2, 1. This is not a dream.
All right, what's up, you guys? UFO Proof here, and today we're going to talk about some UAP reports or UFO reports, whatever you want to call it, that I seen that they had released on Twitter. I guess really is more like a summary of the report that got put out by Congress, just that 9-page report. I guess somebody did a report on that report that was like 50 pages. I got a PDF of it, and it had some interesting stuff. It had some interesting things, but nothing really explosive in nature. I mean, I wasn't really impressed. But let's start off. I want to thank James for shooting me a super sticker even before the show started. So thank you, James. I super appreciate that. And it was really cool. As soon as I opened it up, there was already a super sticker on there, which rocks. What's up, Simon says? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, and third phase of Moon is going to be stopping by saying what's up. In fact, I better get their invite up and get a link posted for them. All right. And so what up, Patrick Robbins? How you doing, buddy? And there is the link in the comment section. So third phase, if you guys are seeing this or when you see us, the link is there. So feel free to stop in and say what's up. Yeah, they should be on in a couple minutes. So yeah, it's been cool. I was I have to retract a couple statements real quick. What up, Golf Man? How you doing, buddy? And that retract is on my last episode. I was talking shit about third phase of Moon, about them not being musicians because their video, someone had showed it to me. They have a couple different music videos out. They got a whole album out. And one of their music videos I was watching, and I could see that the drums weren't going along with the drummer, and the guitar riffs weren't going along with what was you could see on screen or whatever. So I was talking shit about them, but it turns out I was in fact wrong. What it was that they were just filming and just doing it just for visuals or whatever, and then adding music over it. It wasn't meant to match up to it. But in fact, I didn't know this. They are in fact musicians. Like, they actually both play guitar, which I didn't have a clue. I feel like an asshole for not knowing that, but I honestly didn't know that. And so when I found out that they actually jam out too, I'm like, hey man, how fucking cool. I thought it was fake, like because they were on camera, like in their videos, like playing guitar and shit. I thought it was just purely they were acting, but no, actually they play, because I was, we were trading music back and forth. I was checking out their riffs and stuff, and we're collaborating on stuff. So it was really cool. So I want to retract that statement, me saying they, that they didn't know what they were doing, they were faking or whatever, because no, obviously they do. I know that now. They can actually play. So who knew that third phase of Moon plays guitar? That I didn't have a clue. I mean, I saw a video of it, but because it didn't match up with it, I thought it was fake. So sorry about that. Anyway, yeah. So let me see if you know what? I don't actually have it on my phone, not my computer. That PDF I want to show everybody. I'm sure I can get it somehow, but I don't know, you guys. I don't really like the look of this, because I'm doing it through my computer, just with my regular, my computer camera, and it's like at 720 or something. And I gotta say, man, my phone, my Note 20 Ultra 5G looks just so much better. I don't know about you guys, but like looking at the monitor and stuff, it just looks like, I don't like it. I almost want to start over and just do it through my phone. That's how bad it looks. I'm used to it looking like super high quality. Like, this looks like crap to me. How bad is it for you guys? Does it look does it look as bad? I don't know. I have to see it from seeing it from your guys' end, man. It would drive me crazy. I just hate that low resolution shit. So anyway, that PDF I was talking about, that report I was talking about, which I have right here. Here's one of the things I found interesting was I'm going to read it out to you guys. If I can find it. Here we go. So listen to this, you guys. All right. So, and this is talking about the different programs, the investigational programs and international UAP cases. This is investigational programs section. It says, in January of 2021, IARPA announced the launch of Space-Based Machine Automated Recognition Technique Program, or SMART. So the whole program is called SMART. The goal of this program is to automate the quantitative analysis of space-based imagery to perform a broad area search for natural and anthropomorphic or anthropogenic events and characteristics, their extent and progression in time and space. Okay. The SMART program aims to develop capabilities in the spectral and temporal domains, enabling seamless integration and fusion, i.e. absolute calibration of data from multiple sensors to deliver a comprehensive representation of 7 natural or anthropogenic evolving events. Kind of cool. The SMART program may help with the limited data problem, which leaves most UAP unexplained. However, it will require innovations in new computing approaches and calibration techniques in order to rapidly and reliably compare thousands of images from multiple sensors registered in space and time. At the same time, it is important to understand the SMART program isn't created specifically for the UAP-related purposes. Therefore, we forecast the emergence of the additional strictly UAP-focused programs akin to SMART in order to evaluate all existing information and standardize in a standardized manner. So that's kind of cool. What they're talking, having a space-based machine automated recognition technique program. So having something in space, i.e. a satellite with a sensor on it that can determine that this object is a UAP and start tracking it using other sensors. So, using AI, an AI program to identify and then track, and then in turn enlist other sensors and other equipment around the world to turn on at the same time and track it. So you're getting a whole, not just a video of a UFO in space, but you're getting a video of it. You're going to get radar data of it. You're going to get all the its altitude and its exact location and its exact speed, its temperature. You're going to get all kinds of data points from the UAP using a system like this. I mean, that's exactly where we want to go. That's the best way to get UFO information to people, researchers or whatever. You want to have every piece of data you can possibly get, and having programs like this is exactly what we need. And so, and this is all stuff brought up by Lou Elizondo, by the way, who apparently everybody hates for some reason. But he really helped, put forward stuff like this to get it out, like this is things that we're going to need to detect UFOs. And that's just really cool that they're really putting a big effort into it, because this is something I was saying for a while that they need to do, is use AI or other computer programs or whatever to make predictive models of UAPs or whatever. Like we could do that. Like people could do that themselves, just write the program for it if you want to take the time to code or whatever, because it's easy to get stuff to make predictive models. It's like we have that with just like Google search engine is like runs a predictive model in it. When you're typing something in, it'll predict what you're about to say. It's the same concept, but you use it to aggregate all UFO information to make a predictive model of when and where the next UFO event should take place. Stuff like that. Just that way you can have people set up ready to record the data or to blast it out of the sky, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I would choose the latter, but that's just me. Yeah. So I mean, really, you know, what do you guys think? Yeah, is that a good route for them to go, or you know, should they? Is there another technique? Is it? I mean, also, you know, there's stuff that we don't really know, like the average person doesn't really know about in the black world, like um, uh, Project Argus is a really big deal, and I think that could be implemented in UAP identification programs. If we use the Argus program, which is it's a camera system that's set up, and it's something like a billion pixels or whatever, and it's just got it's got like hundreds or thousands of high definition camera lenses and everything, and you keep it you can keep it over a certain area for a definite period of time, for however long you want, and it has the ability to track every object that moves, everything that moves. And so every object that moves inside its field of view, it marks it with a shape, a color, and yeah, like a shape, a color, and like a texture or something to help identify it, to keep, you know, so, and it can track like how many, I don't know, like when they first did it, it could do like 65 targets at one time. And it was just over like a city block or whatever. And I think now they have it like it's unlimited, like the number is they could do as many as they want, whatever they see, it moves. And it puts every object that moves inside its field of view gets like a little box or a little squiggly heart or you know, a square or cube or whatever over top of it. And it'll be a certain color or shade. And then, and it just will track it, and it'll keep tracking it nonstop. You get it? And so however long they have the camera sit there and focus. So say the camera's up there in the air recording for 6 months. Okay. Let's just say they put it on a satellite or whatever, and it's just recording the same area for 6 months. And in that 6 months time frame, let's say somebody gets murdered, right? They could use that system to go and see where the body is, you know, and then see who dumped the body there and follow that person backwards in time to where they got killed. Like you could go backward, you could find the murder victim and go back and find out who murdered them by using a system like that. You know, obviously the potential for misuse is there as well, because you could, you know, get a lot of information and find out where anybody is. It's like really the worst of the whole Big Brother thing happening, where they could track and follow everybody with cameras in the sky. But I mean, it's like you're already being tracked anyway, if you have a damn phone. So what's the difference? Well, I mean, you know, why, you know, who cares if they have something like that? It's like, that's so fucking what? But I think something like that could be used for tracking UFOs. In fact, I think they're going to implement something like that in this program, because I could see that making a huge difference. That if having that system set up in space to track any, you know, UFO, I mean, how fucking cool would that be? And having it like the SMART program or whatever, where it automatically causes other sensors and other equipment to start recording the same area, and the UFO to get other data points from it. I mean, that could be, not only would you have, you know, high definition footage of the UAP, but you'd be able to track it going, you know, crazy speeds and doing all kinds of cool stuff. And also the fact that the UFOs produce a radio signal, which is really fascinating. And I mean, it's a real distinctive one. So, they believe that they're using it for communication or something like that. So that's really kind of cool. But of course, apparently they've picked this up. So sometimes an objective can be determined by location, date, and time. I like that. I doubt we'll get anything about composition or technology. See, I think we will. Like, we'll be able to get, you know, they'll, you know, because they'll be, they'll be checking it with a bunch of different sensors and stuff like that. So anything that's coming off, if there's any kind of gases or stuff around it, they'll be getting readings of that. Like if if it's putting off any kind of waste or whatever, they'll be trying to detect that. Detecting the different temperatures and stuff on it, and it actually give you now we see we know for a fact that they have different temperatures, because on the thermal vision you can see that it's hot, and then the area around it is cold, and you can see that. But to go beyond that, it could actually, besides just telling you or showing you visually that it's hot or cold, it'll actually give you the temperature, like if it's 90 degrees or if it's 6 degrees below zero or whatever, it'll actually tell you that. So that would be really cool. And then also they could be catching it with not only radar but with LiDAR. And imagine I'm sure they've probably already done capturing a UFO going through LiDAR, like if aircraft is going through the path of a radar, it comes up as a blip, oh, sorry, I see Blake and Brian here. Hang on a second. Bam. Hey, what up, fellas?
Hey, Proof. Yeah, we just got in on this conversation. Pretty good
Awesome.
one. Yeah. What's crazy is the technology, like you're saying, because we've been telling this to our friends for about a decade, and I think it's the first time I've ever heard anybody else say this besides ourselves when you're bringing up this Big Brother camera system from satellites.
Did you guys know about that system? Yeah. That it was a DARPA initiative to do the Argus camera system, and they had it set up over Virginia, where all the NSA and all those guys are. They had it set up over a part over there, like in West Virginia or something like that. And they just viewed a certain area for about a week just to test it to see if they could. And they could just find anybody and track them all the way back to their house. And for a whole week, they could track the same individual as long as they were inside.
They've been doing this. They've been doing this. They have Los Angeles, the major cities, all gridded the satellites, and they're actually recording the data. Could you imagine shooting every block of these major cities in 4K and then to put them together and jigsaw them together? So if you really, as a criminal, as a investigator or a private eye, not a private eye, let's say the FBI said, hey, look, somebody robbed this place, there's somebody killed, let's rewind the tape from our digital satellites and go back. Like you're saying, we could go back a month, we could go back a year and piece this all together and capture every single criminal out there if we really wanted to. But the problem is they're not telling us they have this technology, and because if they wanted to use this in a court of law, they're going to where did you come up with this image? And then they would have to reveal that everybody's being spied on. And
well, so they have released, they have admitted I've seen it, I put a video out on it. They've come out and told everybody about that. They have the Argus system, but when I first heard
about it, are they using it in a court of law yet to prosecute?
No. Well, criminals? The thing is that they have the system, but it's not meant to be used over America. It's meant for our intelligence agencies to use it on other people.
But if they wanted to solve a crime, though, is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's I wouldn't mind it. I'm like, if they put it up there, but when they put it out, I was just giving a hypothetical situation. When they had it out, they had it on like a dirigible or like a blimp or whatever that
these are satellite. These are all satellite or drones that are
like the Argus system couldn't be
the whole city.
The Argus system couldn't be implemented on a satellite at that point. It wasn't powerful enough. I bet you it is now, but at that point it could only be on like something that was low.
They're mostly drones, not dirigibles. They're using the high-end drones.
No, when they first were testing it, they had it on like in Iraq and stuff. They have these like.
Well, I'm talking about present day
above
right
their bases,
now,
and they have them with cameras to just sit and watch their bases, and that's all they did in Virginia or whatever, just to test it out to see if it worked, and it did. To a certain point.
Oh, it works 100%. There's already information in regards to the grid pattern looking all over our cities, the major cities, and they are gridding it in 4K, and they could track anybody back months because they continue to do it every day, 24/7. The problem is stockpiling all this information, and what are they going to use it for?
Yeah,
And
that really is
that's
a problem. Is that they,
Mhm.
and in fact they didn't have anything that could record all the data, and they didn't have a place where they could keep the
They
data
do now,
stored, and so
though.
it was just being lost.
Yeah, but that what was that, like 20 years ago, what you're talking about, or even
No,
longer?
no, yeah, it was
Yeah.
probably
The Iraq War? This is like
no, this was like 2012, I think, when they put it out. And then there was a journalist who did an investigation into some like gun smuggling and stuff by some police officers or whatever. And they, in their investigation, they found like the FBI was going around and had planes that it was flying around doing stuff that weren't registered to them, and so they weren't, they were supposed to admit to all their aircraft, but they were denying that they had these aircraft, but it was in fact their aircraft. And then on one of them, they had a system set up that was called the Argus system, and the journalist, he didn't know what the Argus system was, and so he just said it. He's like, I don't know what that is. He's like some kind of camera system on it, but he didn't realize what a big deal it was. But the FBI was apparently using Argus or in America, like on our soil, on American citizens, with a plane that was not marked for the FBI. So they were doing this all, underhandedly. It was, beyond like the government's scope.
Yeah. What's kind of cool is like you could just imagine the power, and I believe they have it. It's in operation right now, and the level of detail, and they're able to have storage for all the data. But could you imagine, like, if you had the power of Google Earth and you could zoom in anywhere and just watch everybody
and do it live?
That's what they have.
That's what the goal. That's like the ultimate goal.
The goal has been achieved. They've got it. And what are they going to? The problem is the FBI can't use it because it's so above top secret, this technology, that they can't use it for criminal prosecution. One of these, they're using it for other reasons.
That stuff like that would have to be approved by Congress for them to be spying on Americans or whatever. So I mean, I don't see what the issue is, like for them to use a camera, because it's like, you know what, they're not going to do that for
at that point. You can't get away with anything, so you better be careful in what you do, right? Dang, if they actually release that technology, people would be knowing that they're going to be traced wherever they go.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's different, because it's like, the average person, I doubt that you have to like worry about, like, if it's something you don't have to worry about the average fucking, like, if
you wanted to go kill somebody, you're going to get caught, because they're going to be able to rewind the tape from the grid and see you go from
is that worth our privacy?
Well, they're not x-raying through the homes, I guess, right? But so what is it? It's a good question. I think looking at the big picture is like, what are you going to hide? Who cares if they could trace you, as long as they're not spying in your home, and only using it with special access through criminal prosecution. They would be like AI that would be controlling it, and it'd be non-biased.
Yeah.
And it's not about to profile anybody unless specially accessed because of a specific criminal reason.
I would say have Congress approve it on the basis that it's
not for misdemeanor drug dealers,
that it's controlled by the citizens, and not by the NSA. Even though those guys run it, it should be controlled by the people. So that way, at any time, if we decided, what we think they're doing is fucked up, we could go in and, do whatever we want and investigate or whatever. Like,
and it'd have to be a felony,
controlled by the people.
It'd have to be a felony to access this. Like, we're not going to want to track people for jaywalking across the street and say we got you, misdemeanors, little petty.
I think it'd have to be like a hardcore. I mean, it'd have to be like
Unabomber stuff,
just like rape or murder.
Yes.
I wouldn't even use it for like drug trafficking or anything.
No, I don't think
it's a straight up violent crime.
Only violence, only the violence, and then the violence would stop overnight, because, well, it wouldn't stop overnight, but because there's crazy people out there.
But I guarantee people
solve
would be smart enough. Murders.
What's that?
Or kidnappings, murders, stuff like that. Yeah,
Yep.
any kind of violence or anything like that, it should be used for. But anything else, then no, I would reject its use.
Yeah,
Just out of
there.
hand.
Yeah, we should make it a law at that point, and because right now they're using it in black projects above everybody that nobody could even transfer information now where they think they can, and that's kind of scary when you
So we
have
have a
like
quote here by Steve O, and it says, high proof, or let me put it on screen. It says, high proof, have you heard of the James Webb telescope and how it's more powerful than Hubble? And scientists are saying we will see a lot more and maybe UFOs. Yes, Steve, I have heard of the James Webb Space Telescope. And this is something that I have been interested in for a long time, ever since I've heard of, since they first, came up with the concept of it. I've been waiting for the day for this telescope to be launched, and now it's up there. It's in its Lagrange point right now. It's setting everything up, and by the summer, we're going to have some of the best pictures, and we're going to know so much more about the universe than we've learned in the past 100 years. This is going to blow everything away. I mean, the James Webb telescope is going to give us a whole different view of the universe. I mean, and it's probably going to be the first thing that gives us our very first detections of other life, or other life forms in the universe. I see the James Webb telescope as being probably the very first one to help us detect it. I mean, this is
exciting.
Oh yeah, this is world changing. People have no idea this. $10 billion they put into making this thing. This thing is going to be able to do stuff that there's nothing that even comes close to it.
If this thing doesn't prove that ET exists, or we could see some kind of ancient, because we should be able to, with the James Webb telescope, zoom in on a planet in real time, even though it's light years or any kind of light years away from us, but we could watch it like in real time television.
Well, almost like it's like this. We should be able to detect not only the planets, but we should be able to see the planets themselves around stars, and we're able to cancel out the light. We'll be able to see if if an alien civilization was looking at Earth from far away, it would know that there was intelligent beings here, because it would see that at nighttime our planet is lit up. And so instantly it would know that, the creatures have figured out how to produce their own light, because at nighttime the whole planet would be black, unless it's intelligent enough to, even if that's, there was a bunch of fires, either which way, they would still know that.
We should see some kind of remnants. We should see some residual of any kind of intelligent life through this web. And if it's vacant of any kind of evidence of this, either they're hiding it, or we might have to rethink everything, because the James Webb should, over time, and it shouldn't take long to show some kind of evidence of civilizations that were masters of,
well,
travel.
you gotta understand that still there, the one thing that the one problem is that the universe is so big. There are so many stars that you have to end up find the direct planet that is, that has life on it.
Going back 13 billion
really
years, 13 billion years, like, how hard is it to find life anywhere? Like,
it could be very difficult,
right? It can, but it should be, according to some of the numbers, that it should be. So there's a lot of astronomers that are concerned that they thought that they would have seen it, some kind of evidence by now, and they're second guessing.
Well, we don't really have the equipment to prove this way or that way whether or not
traffic is there, you would have thought you'd see some kind of traffic. Let's just hopefully that there's images of some kind of the let's just say that there could be traffic. You look at the traffic around the globe with airliners, it's riddled. It should be almost like that throughout. If we're looking this deep back in there, we should see some kind of evidence of travelers, because we're going back 13 billion years. So we should be able to weed through and see.
Well, but that's just the thing. That's you got to remember, at the same time, we're also at a disadvantage, because the fact that we're not just looking deep in space, we're looking back in time. So just because we look back and see something doesn't mean that there's not an alien civilization that lives on that planet right now that is advanced. Because it's like, if an alien was looking at us, they could look back and they'd see the dinosaurs. But in fact, right now, we are the ones who live here. But they could be looking like if they're 65 million light years away from us and they look back, they would see a bunch of dinosaurs running around. They wouldn't see us. But in fact, the truth is we're the ones who live here.
I know, that's so cool. It's
yeah,
great.
so
And could you imagine?
that's why it could be really,
Could you
it still
imagine?
could be difficult to.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great, like if a planet was able to civilization from another star system, and they were videotaping the dinosaurs because they're feeding the light, and then they'd be able to transmit that to us in real time, and you could watch dinosaurs in real life right now. We could watch everything. We could watch Jesus right now. They could transmit it to us through this quantum, because they're working on transmitting quantum on a scale from one point to another.
Yeah, like if you're using like quantum entanglement, say you have a communication device that's using quantum entanglement, that information is faster than the speed of light.
It could get here immediately from when they're from these guys 200 million or 70 million years ago filming the dinosaurs, then they could transmit it to us right now through the quantum entanglement.
That's true.
That would be the best.
How cool would that be?
I'd subscribe to that shit.
Right?
I'd pay for that.
Right? I'd buy that for $1.
Amazon Prime's going out of business. Hopefully they could figure that out. They got to make communication. That's possible that we could see everything.
Right?
It's
just, the further you look back in space, the further you look back in time.
Yeah, you just turn the channel with every civilization from every year from 13 billion years. It's limitless.
This is exactly why I have an issue with SETI and the SETI program as a whole. Like I try to explain to people over the years that they're like, all the scientists support that and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what? It's fucking bullshit, dude, and it always has been. And it was always just a waste of money, because trying to use radio telescopes to detect life out, the best that SETI could ever do is say at one time there was intelligent beings that exist. SETI could not prove what this way or that way, whether or not aliens live right now. Okay, it's like there's a chance that it might be able to prove that some other intelligent being lived at a certain time before us, but
why would they make radios? Just because humans make radios? That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing, and using radio waves to communicate. I mean, I bet you that's something that's going to be gone pretty soon, and they'll probably we'll probably use quantum entanglement as a way to communicate, and then radio signals will stop being broadcasted. Probably
the quantum entanglement's the most exciting thing. And
absolutely.
And just because humans built the radio frequencies, because we figured it out, that means that if any other intelligent life form out there that got out there into intelligence, that they're going to do the radio just like we did.
Yeah.
And that's
it's like radio signals or something that's everywhere in the universe. And so there's a bunch of different reasons to why you might use radio signals for things, but not just the way that we use it. Our main thing is like communication and stuff like that. When there's other ways to use do communication that are far better than using radio waves. Radio waves are more but there's a bunch of different things that you use radio waves for, not just communicating. You can use radio waves to detect oil in the ground. Use radio waves for a bunch of different stuff.
It's useful. 100%.
Sometimes it's just a byproduct of other stuff. And stars will start putting out radio waves like pulsars and shit. They're putting out radio waves that are being blasted out into the universe, and we'll sit there and pick them up. We hear them and everything, and it's just a byproduct of what the star is doing. So UFOs, I could see that they do have radio signals coming from them. In fact, they're a real specific, band or whatever. There was a specific frequency, but it could be a byproduct of the craft's gravitational field turning off and on or something.
Yeah, this is good. Did you hear about this new? Well, I guess somebody reached out to us. They work within the military, and we're not going to say his name at the moment, but he's friends with these guys at the UFO disclosure symposium that's coming up in late May. And apparently there's 4 videos. There's going to be a drop of 4 FLIR videos. And apparently these pilots that captured them are going to be coming forward as well. And we heard some insight of what it's going to look like. Have you heard any about this?
I only heard it on your channel, just a
Yep.
just a video you guys did. You know, that's the only thing I've heard of it.
Yep, the word's getting around. People are following up on this because we're the first ones to break it last night, and we're in communications with the people that are involved with this. And one of my problems, straight up from the beginning, because we're kind of like, you know, giving a little bit of, I guess they came to us because they want to know the best way to do disclosure, and I think they came to the right guys. And one of our major suggestions to them, and one of our problems with this, is that they're not releasing the videos right now. They've been sitting on these videos, and I don't like people sitting on videos. I think because the people, first off, they're trying to sell it, right? It's a symposium, you got to pay to see it. That's a little red flag. But if it's of importance and it's great video and you got these people coming forward, I guess you could look over.
Well, what are the videos from? Are they from like
they're military,
from the pilots
Navy
themselves?
Yep.
The pilots themselves, like while they're in the air?
Navy pilots are coming forward. So it's like basically,
but I'm like, is it the Navy pilot when he was filming it while he was at a fucking amusement park with his family, or was he in a fucking plane doing a mission, or what? You know?
Yeah, they're actually in their fighter pilots, they're Navy pilots, and it's filmed through the equipment, through the jet fighters, through FLIR, basically like what we're seeing before, the gimbal, the tic tac, go fast. So it's another drop.
Videos of it.
So it's 4 brand new videos that's coming in, and it's kind of cool because I guess they're going through different avenues to bring it out, other than other kind of avenues that we're bringing out on the last videos. That's a whole different story, but who knows? Well, from what we're hearing is that these videos are better than what we've got so far.
Well, it wouldn't shock me to see that if somebody who's not into UFOs, okay, and didn't have like a UFO experience, you know, like I'm a UFO experiencer as opposed to someone who has just seen a UFO. Like, so you take somebody who's like a Navy pilot who's not an experiencer, but who happens to just see a UFO and is able to videotape it or whatever. So to them, what's the big deal with them saying, hey man, I got this awesome footage of, you know, some awesome shit. I want some fucking money for it. Because, you know, without having the actual experience, then you're just filming a UFO. And I mean, yeah, something like that is super rare. And when something is rare, it's valuable. You know, that's how everything goes. And so they're like,
not really,
that's rare, it's valuable. Why not? Why not give me some money for it? Which, I know it seems kind of weird in like our community, because so many people are just like, that's not the right thing to do. You're supposed to just
99% of the people
away.
I'd say 99.9% of the people that film a UFO or whatever unidentified object, we don't know. We just don't know what it is. Not saying it's extraterrestrial, but they post it up. It's something special. We've done it thousands of times, putting up the public's videos, and you know, none of them have any kind of wanting of any compensation or monetization. Recently, just earlier today, we came across this rare gem of a person that put up a video. He says it's a UFO over Las Vegas. And then somebody asked if, you know, we could share it on Third Phase Moon. They'll share it on his channel. It was somebody that asked on our behalf. We weren't even aware of it. And then the guy says, no, I just filmed these things and I could claim that they're UFOs, but they're just mundane things. But if you want to have it, you pay me $5,000 cryptocurrency.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So this is the first time I've ever, in years of doing this, has anybody asked for like compensation for any UFO videos. So that's my problem with these guys. We even receive videos from pilots within commercial airliners sharing us videos. They just want to get it out.
Yeah, so, that's the thing. Most people do. They just want to.
99.9%. So we're trying to advise them, like, let's just get it out and then talk to the pilots. But I don't know. It's just.
Another thing, it's most of the time most people who've sold UFO videos in the past have all been hoaxers. You know, so that's something you might want to fucking look at.
Well, this guy was admitting that it was mundane and it was probably something very
So it's just
mundane.
I bet you he's just misrepresenting something normal and then trying to fucking punt it off and make a quick buck, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. You're right. Usually when they're trying to sell a UFO video, it turns out to be, probably some kind of hoax.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
like I said,
Hang on, I want to say something real quick. Third Phase, I don't know if you guys can see this, because you're, just on the phone or whatever, but we have some people commenting in the comment section, and I just have to point something out real quick that we have a Gloria Miller. Can you guys see her? Can you guys see her comments? Blake, Brent.
Oh yeah. Rockets can't.
Yeah. I'm just wondering. I mean, like, did you guys notice the clearly flat Earth retard that's fucking roaming around my fucking comment section right now, spewing their fucking stupidity all over the place, dude.
People buy into the corporate sci-fi model, thin metal ships. Propulsing? I don't know what propulsing is.
And then because obviously she doesn't believe that, oh yeah, space is a hoax, people. Birds aren't real, by the way. Dinosaurs never existed.
Space is a fishbowl.
I hate these fucking retards, dude. I swear to God, man. I'm surprised these people are allowed to fucking breed. How the fuck did you find my channel? God damn.
Rockets can't propulse through a 10-torr vacuum. Space travel.
What is a 10-torr vacuum? Did she just make that up?
Predicted in incredulous presumptions.
What the? And I like how she tries to use words to sound smart, and it just makes her look stupid. I love it when stupid people try to sound smart. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, propulse. Not even a fucking word.
Hey, I'm guilty of messing up words. Hey,
yeah, but not like this. This is fucking on, dude. So it's like, Magnolia V12 saying she doesn't know anything about rocket propulsion. Obviously,
he knows how to say it. Magnolia knows how to say
word, dude.
I know, but the problem is she did it more than once. That's the problem. She said propulsing.
She said it a couple times. She kept repeating 10-torr vacuum. Like she just like made up some fucking shit. Like, what is a 10-torr vacuum? She actually thinks a vacuum. She thinks like they're sucking, like in outer space is like sucking something. That's what she thinks the vacuum is. Fucking retard, dude. I'm sorry. I just had to bring that up.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens in late May and the video footage. We're trying to get that out. I think it's still,
I wouldn't fucking put all my eggs in one basket on something like that. Something like that. That sounds, it's just so many things about it that don't sound right.
We just dropped this yesterday on Third Phase, but I know that it's going to get the rounds. These pilots are coming forward. Right? I think they're legit Navy pilots. I'm not going to say this is happening. I'm just thinking we're going to probably see the same kind of stuff. It's going to be FLIR. We got a little description on what it looks like. They say it looks kind of like your Tic Tac, and they're saying that it's doing maneuvers and it starts to skip. Whatever that means, that's a description of the video.
But why wouldn't they have just put it out? Like, or why, if they have it right now, why wouldn't they show it?
That's what we keep asking. That's why we tell them. We know people that are joining this symposium. Some of the people on the panel that are there are it's little, you could look at them, you'd probably laugh at some of these people. I'm not going to name names.
Yeah.
Some of them are pretty cool. I'm going to say that too as well. But why are they waiting until May? That's a big question. They're saying that's why they reached out to us, this guy that works in the military that works closely with these guys. And I thought this was a good idea that it was in his best interest. And I think it's cool. And this guy's a really cool dude.
Yeah. Well, how much money are they wanting for it?
I'm thinking like it's not a whole big deal about the money because it's a small symposium. I think it's 3 days and they're bringing everybody like about 20 speakers and the Navy pilots and all these people to show up. So, that does cost money to create an event. Once the videos are out, they say anybody could use it. It's fair use at that point. So I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a little money grab, but I don't think anybody's going to be making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of this. You know,
But is it the directly? Is it the pilots? Is the people who filmed the UFO?
yes.
How much do they have to do with this?
Well, they're going to be there at the symposium, apparently.
And okay, so
Or we're going to have access to the pilots that shot it.
yeah,
So
that's
it's
the
like it's
important
basically
part.
it's
not going to a
basic.
third party or something, right?
Yeah, it's kind of the equivalent of Fravor and what was the girl's name? Dietrich's.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
kind of it's like the equivalent of, and there's another that other pilot that came out. So it's basically the equivalent of that from 2017. Now we're getting it now in 2022. So it's been what, 5 years? This is equivalent of what happened 5 years ago, apparently. Well, it is, but the videos are probably going to be not super impressive, unfortunately, from what we're hearing. But
yeah,
I think the testimony is always good, and we got to look at who these people are and hear what their testimony is in regards to what their experience is. Like you say, a lot of these pilots have
too. Also having UFO videos with craft doing like amazing things or whatever is it's like it's hit or miss, because you gotta understand, like a lot of times you'll have authentic UFO videos and it'll have a UFO doing crazy shit, and then you have so many people just who don't believe it, and it sucks so bad, because it's like, well, how come everyone's always asking, well, how come we don't ever see UFO videos of UFOs ever doing this crazy shit? Oh, you do.
It's hard to catch
they automatically dismiss them because of what you're seeing in the video. They're like, oh, that's fake. And a lot of times it is, but there are times, and I've seen footage of it where UFOs are doing crazy things and people just, they don't understand. They're like, oh, that's the camera, it's shaking, or that's, this, or it looks like it's a CGI or whatever, So I think that really impacts how people view UFOs when they say, oh, it's a video of crazy maneuvers and shit like that, when that makes it harder for people to tell if it's real or not, except that's what we're wanting. We want to see stuff like that, so sure. that sucks. So, but I think if you have good witnesses and a good, story, if you have good context to everything, the video doesn't have to be of anything amazing. You don't really have to see all that much of it. If it has a good story, if it has good context to it, then that's just a small part of it. Because it's the encounter, it's the whole thing that matters, not just what you're seeing visually on the tape, because
testimony means a lot, and testimony, corroboration of this and the science behind it, it really does. And
the context of everything. And
you have to admit, those videos that were released really had no, the context behind it's great, but the videos themselves were lackluster. And unfortunately, the public, what I think they did by releasing the lackluster thing and these videos, basically did to ufology what ufology's been about. Oh, these blurry videos, these don't amount to anything. And people around America, millions and millions of people are subjected to those videos, and they didn't see anything.
No,
therefore
they
should have. It really didn't mean.
No. Actually, I don't agree with that at all, because they did see UFO videos, and the fact is this, that the videos were fucking irrelevant. What mattered was that the Pentagon admitted UFOs exist. That's
unidentified objects. We all know. Well, there's all kinds of unidentified flying objects in the sky, and they admitted exactly the truth, that there's things that we can't identify. That's all. Part. It's not. But is it really? Because they're just being objective when they say these videos are real. Yes, they're real, but they're not saying anything about ET craft. They're not saying anything about
but they don't. They can't say that they're ET.
They're not saying that it's high technology either. They're just saying they're real, legit videos of things we don't know.
Correct.
And that's it. There's nothing else besides that. They're not saying, hey, look at this video. It's performing technology that defies physics, and this is why we think this. They're not saying that. They're just saying, yes, they're legit videos. Yeah, and I agree. They're not CGI. They're legit. They're real.
Yeah.
Whatever's in the sky is really there. But what it is, they haven't said anything except
Well,
it's
that's the thing.
unidentified.
They're like, these objects are in their skies. They're not us. And,
But
we don't know what they
there's
are.
but thousands of people every day see unidentified flying objects. Does it mean it's high propulsion of technology, meta propulsion? Does it mean they're extraterrestrial? Not at all. We just don't know what. We just can't identify it from our vantage point. And the
Yeah.
Pentagon's just
No, yeah,
admitting
but
that.
yeah,
That's all they
we're
are.
talking about one, specific the UAPs that are, specific to, a phenomenon that that everyone's talking about, as in, could it be alien? Could it be ultra dimensional? Could it be this or that? Not just a or just not just some unidentified craft in the sky. But something that, when people have like experiences like I have, when you're dealing with some kind of craft from somewhere else that, appears to be fucking alive or intelligently controlled, but not by humans. And it, has a propulsion system that's unlike anything that we've ever experienced. I mean,
None of these videos prove that, though.
None
of the videos prove any of what you just said, though. That's a problem. And if they don't
fucking have to. They're just showing you.
They should, though. They should give us something good. They shouldn't like burn everybody out with these.
No, of course they should fucking give us all their fucking videos. Oh, I agree 100%. But I'm just saying, for what they released, that's it's a good thing.
All they did was admit that we don't. They just admitted that UFOs are real.
That's what we cared about.
But that we already knew that. Everybody knew that. There's, like I said, we don't know what the unidentified object is. Who cares?
What?
As far as the Pentagon is basically playing everybody as a fool. They say the video's legit. UFOs exist. Mm-hmm. All that does is create this grandeur of things that go nowhere. Yeah,
no, it's just all it does is fucking prove that what we've been saying for how fucking the past 70 years was fucking true.
I don't think. No, I wish they came out and say, "Hey, look, there has been crash retrieval. We have, something in our assets." They're not telling us the truth. They're just admitting that there's unidentified.
But you got to start somewhere.
I don't think. Obviously, they're going to say that they encounter things that they can't explain all the time in Project Blue Book, and we've heard encounters. Even Michael Schratt comes up with the history behind all the UFO sightings within the military. Now, for some reason, they want to destroy anything that happens before the Nimitz encounter. They don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't know why, but their whole goal is to take away any kind of UFO evidence from 2000. What was it? The Nimitz 2004, excuse me. And before that, they don't want to deal with it. They only want to go from 2004 and up. They want to destroy and not even bring it on the table the history before 2004.
That was the first report, and I believe the new task force and everything will actually go all the way back and go back as far as they can. It just makes sense.
The new task force and people have publicly admitted that they don't want to go anything before 2004. They want to blow it up, blow it apart, destroy it, and I don't even want to quote. I don't even want to quote who said that.
Like fucking pushing your fucking propaganda bullshit.
I don't.
You're always just saying, "Oh, the government is always just out to fucking lie to us, no matter what." Just that's all it ever is, and that. Fucking these UFOs aren't even UFOs, and except you don't know what they are. It's the same old fucking. It's the same old.
Hey,
shit.
We're on the same page.
We're never going to get to a point where
we're on the same page. I'm just saying that we're on the same page here. I'm just saying they want to throw away everything from 2004, and that's kind of weird.
Well, just the first report just worked with just cases from 2004 to current time or whatever. But I believe the new task force will start investigating everything, when they have more funds and more means to do it all, that they just need a place to start. So they have to pick a timeline to start. And they're like, well, the Tic Tac was a good UFO incident. So let's start from there and then work our way up and find every report. But they have reports going all the way back to the 40s. Everybody knows that. So, I believe when they have more money and more staff and stuff, that shit will all be worked into it.
But are they going to share their videos with? Are they going to share it with the public? It doesn't sound like it.
I don't know what they're going to do with the with the program, but I would think that it would have to be transparent to the best of its extent.
The problem is we already got insight that it's not going to be transparent. All the information is just going strictly to directly to Congress, and it's not going to be public. It's not going to be open source material. This was dropped like 5 days ago. Where they revealed that.
I mean, the thing is like I'm sure a lot of it will have to be classified, but I'm sure that, you know, the stuff that they can release, they will, but the stuff that has to be classified for whatever reason, you know, obviously they have their reasons for wanting to classify stuff. But now
anybody's just asking here, the government.
Now hang on, listen. Wait, now that hang on. No, wait, hang on. Stop. Listen, all right. Now that, you know, we have come out and admitted that, listen, we're going to be using all kinds of different equipment and stuff for detecting UFOs, that's going to make a big difference in them admitting that or being able to expose different UFO videos and stuff like that to the world. Because before, the problem is that it was their means of detecting UFOs that was a problem. That's why shit had to be classified. But since that stuff is being admitted to now, that's going to make a difference when it comes to how you're going to classify stuff. And so a lot of stuff should be able to be released now because they're able to release the actual means of how they're detecting these things, this kind of equipment and stuff. That stuff's getting declassified. And so that's going to cause a ripple effect on classifying videos from it or other things that get detected by this equipment.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope you're right. I'm still thinking that if they wanted to really let the public know if there's real disclosure and they admit that they're capturing things that they don't think that's one of ours or any other adversary out there, they probably have it within their assets that they could just probably smoke and gun proof instead of just these little short clips that they've dropped. Why don't they just come out and just give it to us right now instead of beating around the bush? Are they trying to protect themselves? Do we believe?
Yeah,
like, I'm just saying, are we going to believe the government and what they're trying to do?
A lot of their problems.
Why do you want to believe the government all of a sudden, Kyle?
A lot of their problems is that they can't, you know, release videos because of their means of getting the videos. You know, that's going to show our adversaries and stuff that we have equipment set up in places that we're not supposed to, or shit like that.
Why don't you shoot it on but I don't understand that. Shoot it on an iPhone camera, and we don't need to have their sensitive equipment shooting these things. Let's just get some 4K footage from an iPhone, and that doesn't give up any kind of national security on how we capture this thing, right?
No, correct, exactly. That's why stuff like that's okay. That's why that pilot who took the videos of that one triangle one coming out of the ocean, he was able just to go and put it out there because he took it on his iPhone, so it was fine.
What was that broad daylight one where it's a still photograph with the jet airliner, and that turned out to be, from what I hear, is a Batman balloon. And there's some real suspicion behind that still photograph. Again, it's a still photograph, and we all know how easy still photographs are manipulated. But let's just say it's not manipulated. It matches up perfectly with a Batman balloon. Well, and people cover that over and over and over again.
Yeah, I gotta go with the fucking. I gotta go with the pilot, man. You know. The pilot had a whole different story on what occurred and it fucking.
Who was the pilot? Did he come forward?
Yeah, he came up with. He told the whole story of how he saw it come out of the ocean and shit, dude. And fucking, he saw it come out of the ocean, go fucking straight up, and then keep going into fucking like he watched it go out of fucking space. He just kept going up, you know. And he watched it come out of the fucking.
It looks
ocean.
Like a Batman balloon. We've seen the Batman balloon, and it matches perfectly with it.
Yeah, you know. And where is this Batman balloon coming from over in the middle of the fucking ocean?
I don't know. All I know, it's very suspicious. You know? And again, it's a still frame. What's the guy filming?
That's not really suspicious. He's just saying this. He's like, this is what we saw. We saw this fucking craft come up out of the fucking ocean.
Why didn't he film it? It would have been a lot better. I just wish it was filmed. Like, I just want more evidence.
It would have been nice to see a video of it, dude, instead of just a fucking picture. But you know, apparently that's, you know, all he really had time to do was just snap a picture.
I guess it's just a little weird.
Well, you gotta consider you're trying to fly a fucking multi-million-dollar aircraft.
Hey, I gotta get going. Hey, UFO proof, it's good talk tonight.
Yes, really you too, man. Hey guys, thanks for coming and joining me, man, as always.
Yep. Hey, man, that was awesome. Thanks, everybody. And good comments tonight. And everybody check out UFO Proof. Hey, work on that track, man. We're still up for a little bit. We're working with UFO proof on some music, and he's kicking ass. It's really
That's
neat.
right, man.
All right.
Thank you guys for joining me. All
Yep.
right. I'll call you. I'll hit you guys up later. All right.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Later, you
guys.
guys.
Be safe. Talk to you.
All right. So, yeah, definitely, guys, make sure you go and check out Third Phase of Moon's channel. Obviously, like, subscribe, go shoot them some fucking money, donate to their PayPal, get a membership for their channel, buy them some Third Phase of Moon merchandise and t-shirts, all kinds of good stuff. You can find it on Teespring. Make sure you go and check it out and check out their music. They got an album out. And in fact, UFO Proof and Third Phase of Moon are going to be collaborating on a couple songs on possibly an EP. We'll be doing, so we'll be jamming out together. If you guys don't know, UFO Proof is also a musician, and I fucking rock. And we had put together they had a track and they didn't know what to do with it. They couldn't get it worked right. And so they came to old UFO Proof and were like, hey man, can you do anything with this? And I was like, this is fucking terrible. Yeah, give it here. Let me do it. Yeah. So I took it and I rocked that fucking shit. I even got props from their fucking mother, dude. Who despises me and thinks I'm just disgusting and I fucking cuss and I'm just a nasty piece of shit, but I'm fucking crazy talented. Yeah, so you know what? I thought I saw James trying to pop up on here. So James, if you're still watching, come and click back on, dude. You can come and jump on. I'll post a comment again, or I'll post a link again for you guys. So there we go. I don't think Kyle is agreeing with the government. I think he's just stating a fact. Of course, yeah, that's because that's what that's what Third Phase of Moon likes to do. Is when I say something, they like to either go the extreme of each way. Like, oh, so you're saying this, so you just agree with the government and everything that they do, and blah 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 blah. No, okay, I'm saying for this instant, they always like to try to push everything to the fucking extreme, and it's a cheesy way of trying to debate somebody, but it don't work with me. I mean, it might work with other people, but I debate much easier than that, much better than that. That doesn't work with me. So, mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, we should be. We'll be rocking out some music together. And I know on their videos, at least some of their videos, you can go and check out some of the songs that they do because they post them like at the end of their videos. So you can go and check out the music that they're doing. But they're going to have a whole new sound with this guy rocking with them. I bring all kinds of coolness to it. And so, the music has a whole different kind of fucking flavor to it. I think everyone will really enjoy it. May I ask, does your channel cover all your bills or do you work a day job? Curious from here. Cody, no. In fact, my channel costs me money. It sucks because you see everybody else is making all this fucking money from it. And my channel costs me money. I put more money into my channel than I definitely get back from it. Yes, I do collect a paycheck from YouTube, but it's fucking crap, And if I want to really work it, yeah, you can make a couple bucks from it or whatever. But there's also my issues with it, with UFO Proof anyway, is because it's about my experience, and so. Like that's not something I can, it's like, your money doesn't mean anything, it's about my experience. That's what's important. And so I just don't have the ability to fucking to sell out. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucking wish that I could. And it's like, I can say it out loud and I'm like, oh yeah, I should do this. But it would come down to it. I just can't fucking do it. And so it kind of sucks. Because I feel like I can't let anything put my experience at risk. And to put my credibility at risk, so I'm not able to put fucking like back in the day, you could put up a hoax video and get fucking 10,000 subscribers like it wasn't shit, dude, I was just never able to do that. I just can't do it. And so, and then if somebody comes on talking crazy shit about aliens, I end up talking shit to them and scaring them away instead of just trying to get them as a subscriber. Like you have other channels that just, I'm not talking Third Phase of Moon, but other channels that will just fucking kiss everybody's ass and lets everybody, like I had that person on here earlier who was clearly a flat earther fucking moron. I have to call him out and say shit. And that's when you do shit like that, you alienate people. And so you can't get everybody. But the truth is that I don't want everybody, this channel is for the few. And then there's other channels out there for everybody, but this channel is only for certain people. It's people who are serious about it, are serious that the subject is real and it needs to be taken seriously, and you can have fun with it and you can make jokes and make people laugh without sacrificing your credibility, or there has to be a place for people like us. And that's what's important. There has to be a place where just the average person, like you guys sitting at home watching this right now, you are welcome to just come on here and speak your mind and be a part of it. You don't have to think like, like these guys are bigger than me and like like they're untouchable and shit like that, where here we're all the same, man, and like we're all nobody's fucking perfect. We're all fuck ups, and we fucking we go to jail and commit crimes and do drugs and fucking use foul language and all this shit. But does that mean we don't have UFO experiences? No, we still have them. People like us still have them. So there has to be a place for people like us. So yeah. The only way, the best way for me to get money is people donate to my PayPal instead of going through like YouTube and doing like a super chat or something, because I'll get 30% of that and I won't get it for a couple months from fucking YouTube or whatever. So or their membership fees or whatever, they're always taking like a big chunk out of it. The people that support me or whatever, they just go to my PayPal and they fucking donate money, and then that's fucking awesome. That's like the coolest fucking thing ever. Like you just wake up, you just see it, it's like, holy shit, dude, that's so awesome, and it's usually just like fans who have been supporters or whatever. A lot of times it'll be my Patreons, who actually just don't even go to pay. I don't barely even have a Patreon. They just don't even go to Patreon. They just go straight to my PayPal and give me money like that, which is cool. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. And then selling merchandise and stuff, yeah. If I was smart, there's stuff I could do to make it so. Yeah, I could make the channel big and make a lot of money from it, I'm sure. In fact, the number one UFO channel is like some of my best friends. So yeah, I think very simply, very easily, if I wanted to, I could do that, no problem. I could, I could go from having this many to, I could have 100,000 subscribers, fairly quickly, I'm sure, if I wanted to. If I wanted to go that route, for real, like, yeah, Third Phase of Moon, who was just on here, they come on as guests and friends and stuff like that. You guys got to understand something. We are real, we are real tight with each other. Like, we are super good friends with each other. And if I wanted to come over and be a part of their channel, they would be more than happy to fucking have me. Like, they're so fucking cool to me. They got my back like 100%, man. And they would totally support me. And I could be all over, Third Phase of Moon's channel. They, maybe like 1 million subscribers. And so it would be like nothing at all. I just can't do it. it's fucking, I don't know. Go on Amy's show again soon. May knows she would love it, bloke. Oh yeah, sure, of course, man. Yeah, you know, she's always invited to come on here anytime, you know. Where can I hear some of your music? All right. Oh, see, I'll get you some links right now. All right. So, this was actually my you know, you gotta remember my music, you guys, is not what Third Phase of Moon plays or whatever. You know, like my music is totally different. You know, I'm not talking shit about their music or anything like that. I'm just saying that you know, my music is really different. So, you know, it's not for everybody, you know. Because YouTube has a problem with the swearing and smoking cigarettes and stuff. Yes, correct. They have a serious problem with it. In fact, when my channel first started, man, I had all kinds of fucking titties and naked women and shit on my channel all the fucking time. It was awesome, dude. And then fucking YouTube got to me, you know. You know, it was fucked up. Let me get you the link real quick. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Sorry, you guys. You can tell them you have Tourette syndrome, right? I should. I'm like, hey, man, what you guys are doing is fucked up. Your, you know, I got Tourette syndrome, and you guys are sitting here, you know, demonetizing me and shit. Yeah, right. I could get SSI for that, sure. Spencer is saying, you keep it real, and that's so rare on here, right? Exactly. But that's my problem. You know, sometimes I just keep it too real because I would love to be able to make money from UFO proof. That would be great. I would love that in a second. And I could easily do it if it wasn't for like my damn pride. You know, it's just fucked up. Hello, friend. They call me Scuzzo. Hello, Scuzzo. Well, Scuzzo, why is your name as James Smith? Why don't you just put that as Scuzzo as your name? Then that's what we would all call you. Because his name is James Schmidt, but he says, hello, friends, they call me Scuzzo. Well, Scuzzo, if you put your name as James Schmidt instead of Scuzzo, yeah, or, you know, you put your name as Scuzzo instead of James Schmidt, then everyone would call you Scuzzo. Then you wouldn't have to introduce yourself like that. But that's okay. Because let's see there. See, James Schmidt. Hello, friends. They call me Scuzzo. Good day, Scuzzo. Yeah, I like that. Far cooler name, right? All of us should admire and respect that Kyle cares more about getting the truth out than making a buck. That's fucking right, dude. Absolutely. You should. God damn it. And then give me $1. Because that is what I care about more is, you know, what I care about more is that people know that what happened to me was real, that what I've seen was real, that there's no fantasy or misidentifying or, oh, it could be this or no, that what I saw was 100%. I could have touched the motherfucker. Okay. I mean, the experience, the UFO experience is a real phenomenon and it happened to me. And it's not like, I'm not just talking about one-off sighting of a UFO. I'm talking about the kind where, you know, you become a UFO experiencer. I'm not an abductee and I'm not a contactee. You know, I'm something different. I'm an experiencer. Then that's like James Allen Hynek, like he had that shit down, you know, where everything that happens, like, you know, like in Close encounters is that's exactly how it goes. You don't just see one UFO. When you become an experiencer, you see multiple UFOs, different types of UFOs, all different shapes and sizes, and you have them all the time. And then you start having weird feelings to go out and look for UFOs. And it happens to everybody who's an experiencer. All goes through the same thing. And then you have things where you want to create like pieces of art and stuff, like the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where he's making the Devil's Tower out of clay or whatever. Like that's something that we all go through. Like I had my tattoo or whatever, my crop circle. I had not only got it tattooed on my neck, but I fucking painted this exact symbol on the roof of my house. On the roof. So fucking the only way you could see it is if you were flying in the sky. You know, so it's like but we all do the same thing. Like UFO experiencers all do the same thing. The same stuff happens to us. And there's also another part of it where it seems like there's paranormal activity happening too, like ghosts and stuff, but it's not actually ghosts. It's something that goes along with the UFO phenomenon for some reason. I was having like objects would be moving. Like I can remember a thing of Nestle Quick coming out of the shelf, coming from the back of the shelf, sliding out of the shelf, and the door was open, and then it came all the way out and fell down. And my niece Lydia was in the kitchen watching this happen. Like she saw it directly in front of her, and I saw it from the living room looking to it. And we were both like, everyone was like, oh, like all from my sister, my niece, her boyfriend, and myself. We all watched this fucking thing of Nestle Quick come out of the back of the shelf and slide up front, come out of the door and fall down. My niece was like, what the fuck? Was like, we were all freaking out over it. And they were saying it was ghosts and stuff. But I knew at that time that I'm like, it has something to do with the UFOs. Cause I was having all my encounters were starting at that time. Like it was really going crazy at that point. Hey, what up, alien girl? We're just talking about you. How you doing? We were literally just talking about you. Come on, come say what's up. There's a link right there. Kyle's next going to get an alien girl tattoo. Motherfuckers, look, I still haven't got my UFO proof tattoo finished. I don't know if you guys can see that motherfucker. You guys can see that. Like I still got to get that guy done. And then the artist that I had create the UFO logo for me, that little guy or whatever, years ago, I don't know, it's like 7 years ago, he created this for me. And then years later, you know, I remembered, you know, that he did that for me, and I went and searched him out, and then got him to do my UFO experience and, you know, do a whole art piece on it of my close encounter with the black sphere. And that's like my most famous encounter. Everybody knows about that one because it was my closest encounter. Like I could have touched that craft, but it wasn't like the craziest UFO experience or that I had, you know, or the craziest or the coolest UFO that I've seen. You know, I've had better experiences and cooler looking UFOs that I've seen. That was one that was just really close. And there was a bunch of my whole family witnessed it. People on the street witnessed it. So that was why that encounter means so much to me. That was the encounter that solidified my UFO experiences as being legitimate. Because up until that point, I was still questioning like my sanity on whether or not maybe there was something wrong with me. I had done for years, I'd been doing every drug in the world. And so I was like, maybe my brain's fried and I'm fucking hallucinating. And yeah, so it was up at that point when after that encounter, I realized this, it's real. The phenomenon is real. It's, you know, that's the real deal. It's actually, the legends were true. Is bass the main instrument you like jamming on? Yeah, bass is my main instrument that I like jamming on. I also jam on keyboards when I'm writing music, but I'm not playing piano. I'm, you know, using it to do synth or to do drum beats or more like a MIDI board, really, for creating music, for creating raps. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? That reminded me. I was going to go get that. What the fuck was that? I was going to get my music for you real quick, so let me get that. Sorry. Why the fuck am I having to verify this shit? All right. So, sorry about that. All right. So, yes, I know, motherfuckers. Let me get that music for you real quick. Sorry, you guys. Just give me 1 second. Where am I, motherfucking? Oh, I'm on the studio. That's why. God damn it. Sorry about that, you guys. Where the hell is everything on here, dude? I hate this fucking shit. Oh, probably go to show more. There we go. There goes music. Okay, I think I can get you the whole like playlist. Let's see here. I think I can give you a link for that, right? I believe so. I don't see the link for it. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sitting here looking for the like. I thought there was a link for the whole thing, you know, like to play the whole list, but I'm not seeing. Copy link address. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. There we go. All right, I'm back. Let's see. I don't know if that worked. I seen a UFO on Oregon coast when I was 22. Watched a large glowing white light dart across the sky at lightning speed down from the right side of a horizon, then made a sharper and 45-degree turn across the skyline without slowing down, then did one more sharp turn out and back into the atmosphere. Wow, that's fucking crazy. That's cool, man. Yeah, I've been to the Oregon coast too. I mean, I live right outside Portland right now. I live in Vancouver, Washington. I don't know if that. Yeah, I'll play some bass in a second. Did that go to? Can you guys click on that link or whatever? I don't know if you're even able to click on it. I don't know what the hell it does. Okay, well then, how about we'll do I'll just do one at a time, I guess. I have to get them. Let me get you. I get to get the link for that. There we go. Got it. Okay. Oh, okay. You copied the link for the playlist. All right, cool, dude. Yeah. So there's some songs for you guys, man. No, you live in Eugene? Oh, okay, cool, man. Me only, bro. Oh, it's cool. I've seen UFOs, and almost every time I was with friends and they saw it too. See, that's cool. You lucked out, man. What up, Joe? How you doing, buddy? Because a lot of times you see UFOs, you're by yourself, and you don't have a camera or anything, and you're like, no one's going to fucking believe me, and it really sucks. It really fucks with you. Yeah, it fucked with me, but luckily, I just got so fucking lucky that I had a real close encounter, and my family was there to witness it. In fact, we ran back outside, and it was sitting in the driveway, fucking waiting for us. When we fucking came outside, my fucking brother-in-law was like, "Oh fuck!" Like he wasn't expecting that at all. So my whole family got to see it. People on the street got to see it. So thank God, man, because that would have sucked to have such a close encounter and then no witnesses to it. And what really sucked is that I was on the roof of my house UFO hunting. I had a fucking duffel bag full of UFO hunting equipment, cameras and lasers and, you know, night visions and telescopes and rangefinders and just all kinds of shit, dude. And yet this UFO came out of nowhere, is right over top of me. And I didn't even think of that fucking, all my equipment. And in fact, the universe didn't exist. It was just that me and that UFO. And that was it. Everything else fucking disappeared, man. Literally, it was like you're in shock. Like you're just stuck, like staring at it. It's like you can't. It's like I knew that the camera shit existed, but there was no way I could even for a second take my eyes off of this thing. I, couldn't have even tried to grab for it. There's nothing. Do I work out? Your arms are getting bigger. No, I don't. I have the perfect push up though, dude. The thing rocks, man. It's fucking hard. You still got it all, Kyle? Got what all? Look around and no one can confirm what you see. Yeah, exactly. It's got to fucking blow you away. It's going to piss you off, man. Device not connected. Pete, UFO 420. I love it. You don't have a device connected, buddy? What? That's what it's saying on my screen, man. They will need to connect their microphone and camera before you can add them. Oh, so I can't. Yeah, sorry, Pete, UFO 420. I cannot add you unless you have a device connected, camera and a microphone, or it's not going to let me add you. So sorry, brother. Maybe they got in your head and kept you from retrieving your camera and equipment. Possible. I mean, it wouldn't fucking surprise me. Here we go. Hey, what up, Pete? You there? Pete. You there?
Hey, am I getting a bit of an echo?
Yeah, you are. Turn off if you're watching this on YouTube, turn the video off on that.
I muted it.
Then that should work. Yeah, can you do?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I don't want to break the show. Just keep on going.
No, I'm saying I just wanted to hear you talk real quick to make sure I don't hear any echo, and you sound fine too. So anyway, what's going on, Pete? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, not bad. This is the first time I've ever bothered calling into a YouTube show. That's for sure.
That's cool, man. I like your name, Pete UFO 420, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like to smoke weed.
Fuck yeah, dude. Welcome to the
show. Some people think that it's like lame to maybe smoke it. I still smoke it. Fuck, I get high as fuck and I still grow weed.
Hell yeah, dude. Exactly. Like I live in Washington, dude. So tell me about it.
Oh, come on, man. What's the biggest plant you've ever grown?
The what?
What's the biggest plant you've ever grown?
12 foot.
No way.
Yeah, I got fucking pictures of them, man. It was fucking. In fact, all of them were all like, most of them were like 11 foot, but the one I had was 12 foot. I got pictures of it. It's bad as fuck, dude. I
gotta see it to believe it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Let me see.
Okay, so you know what's up. You know how to grow.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh man, I'll show you some shit, dude. Hang on. Yeah. Why you grow?
Oh hell yeah, man! I've grown crops back in my forest that are bigger than probably things you'll see on TV.
Really? Like how many plants you do at once?
Well, I don't grow too much anymore. I grow some personals, but like back in the day, we had a pine forest, and I cleared half of my property out. Had about 300 plants.
God damn, that's a lot of work, dude.
It's work. But once you see it growing, you're not going to stop.
No,
Trust me on that.
You know, but what all is all your grows always outdoor, or do you do any indoor?
I don't do indoor.
See, that's the only way you get like fucking super chronic. I mean, you can grow like good weed outside, but the best weed is indoors.
Well,
That's the best way to grow weed.
I live in Alabama, so I'm not really worried about uh, grow times and whatnot. Like we got about 9 to 10 months of the year where we can.
Yeah,
really
but Alabama, that's you guys are still it's still illegal down there, huh?
Oh fuck! Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, like fucking, you know, like
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you'll
yeah,
still
yeah.
get arrested if you get caught with the
You,
drugs down there.
nah, man, you watching too much cops, man.
Ah, yeah,
You've
see,
been
that
watching.
sucks, man.
You've been
You
nah.
gotta
You've
get
been
your
watching
laws
too much
changed, man.
cops.
Get your
Oh,
laws changed, brother.
it's
You know?
a shit show. As long as we've got the Republicans here, they're gonna keep it going.
You gotta get your laws changed to get to fucking get
We're trying. We're trying,
yeah,
man. Come
put
on.
that shit on the
We're
ballot so you guys can
come
get to
on.
your
We're
weed,
trying.
man. Dude, here
No.
we just go to the store. It's just you just go across the street and to the local fucking weed store and buy. It's just like you do if you want to go buy liquor. You know, it's like if you want to go and buy a pizza or something. That's what it's like. Back in the day, forget all you had to find a dealer and all that. That shit is done.
Nah.
It's now you just go to the store.
Nah. You're thinking about it. It's like
That's
all
how
right.
it is for us here now.
Yeah, but
You guys could have that.
it's because I think that people go into a store and buying fucking weed. Man, come on. If you don't know anybody that's growing weed, like I grow weed, my buddy grows weed, everybody fucking grows weed.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no shortage of weed here, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not pay some government prick his wage when I can grow the shit
Nah, it's
myself.
not some government prick. It's people like you and me. It's people who grow weed. The good thing about it is when you get a store has a bunch of different growers have a bunch of different weed. When you're just smoking just your own weed that you grow, you're limited. You end up getting burnt out, and that's when you end up trading your weed for other people's weed and shit. You know, because you get burnt out. But when you have a selection,
brother. We trade weed all the time, man. Well, there's no fucking
Right?
bullshit about it. We don't
Exactly.
care. We don't
No,
care about
exactly.
the government's weed, man. We grow
It's
grow
not
it.
the government weed. It's because it's just people like us, like the dispensaries. They buy it from
Hey,
us.
man,
from
I guarantee.
people like us.
If I were to give you some of the seeds I got, you would grow better weed than any fucking dispensary in 1,000 miles of you.
I hate growing from seed, man. I'd rather
Come on, man.
I'll get some clones from you, dude. I hate going from a seed. I love starting with a clone.
You get the seeds I got. These things aren't going to cross pollinate. There's not going to be any fucking males in this. Pure female seeds. You grow it yourself. You start it in maybe I don't know how far north you are. You're probably up around Washington or something.
I'm in Vancouver. I'm in Vancouver, Washington. So I'm right by Portland, Oregon.
Okay, so that's pretty far north. You start this stuff. You put a fan on it, so you get a cheap ass fan. You put it on you could grow this stuff in a milk carton. You grow it early in the season. You get it outside with a fan on it before probably early April. You could grow 10 times or 1,000 times the amount that you're going to buy off somebody.
Oh yeah, dude. Let me see here.
I don't know why we went on some kind of weed growing tangent. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Can you guys see my? I don't know if you guys are seeing it on screen. Yeah, there we go.
I see you.
You see some of the plants. Hang on a second. I got some other stuff.
Wait, zoom in on some of these some of these plants, man. I want to see some of this stuff.
I have to find another picture. Hang on a second. I can't really zoom in on it.
I want to see some. I want to see some 5 hands.
Hang on. Here's another one. I think this is probably a good picture too. It should work. Let me see. Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna try this. Here's another good angle you can see.
Can you zoom in on this picture?
No, I'm not able. I'm not able to zoom in on it.
Okay. Well, I see it. I see these fuckers here. Wait, go back. I see them. That's not bad, man.
There you go.
Wait. I'll tell you this. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, no, those are some fucking big. Those are some big plants or whatever. But like those are some of the ones that were like 11, 12 feet tall or whatever. But I got some good indoor buds. I'll show you that in a second. That
my whole issue with indoor. You're never gonna get you can grow indica sativa inside, but you're always gonna get a different thing from what you actually get if you just bother to grow outside. I know that.
No, it's the inside. You have total control over everything, as opposed to outside. You're subject to all kinds of the elements and stuff. Where inside you can control everything down the pH in the water, the air, the temperature, the heat, the light, how much light it gets, how long it gets. I mean, all the nutrients, everything is controlled to a T when you do it inside. Outside you just don't have the control that you normally do, or that you get from the inside. Here, check this one out. This is a great one, I think.
I've always found though that if you grow outside, the plant's gonna be. It's not restricted. Inside, you are restricted to square footage, but if you grow outside, something that you think you can only grow inside, it would blow your mind. The quantity is tripled and quadrupled.
Yeah, of course. When you grow outside, you get much more. That's, as you can see. Like my plants, my indoor stuff is. You haven't saw that yet, but like my outdoor plants are obviously bigger ones. The indoor plants are obviously smaller, but the quality of the indoor plants far surpasses the outdoor plants. Period. It just does.
I see. You know what? We're never gonna fully agree on this shit.
I'm an indoor man. So anyway, Pete, tell me about you. You ever seen I see that in your name, Pete UFO. You ever seen a?
UFO? Oh man, I've seen so many UFO. It's such a trip once you see a fucking UFO. It's like you can't communicate with people that are thinking that you're crazy. You don't want to talk to. I don't talk to any of my friends about any of this shit, man. Come on,
right? It's hard, So tell me about your what experience did you have that set you off? Like, oh man, this is a UFO. Like, this is unreal. Like, what happened?
In 1974, I saw the craziest shit you can imagine, man. It was a UFO, probably 10 feet by 10 feet, and it was flying into a fucking lake. It flew into a lake.
What did the UFO look like?
It was a red pulsating light.
Whoa, no shit.
And me and my buddies were camping by this lake. It's a pretty populated lake. There's a bunch of cabins, cottages on it. But we were just hanging out, and we saw a fucking giant red light fly underwater. It hit the water almost at the speed that you would see like some kind of jet aircraft land on a aircraft carrier.
No shit, dude.
There was 4 of us. I, you could say I was hallucinating the experience. You could say 2 of my other friends were, but not 4 of us.
Yeah, right. And you all don't share the same hallucination.
No, these are possible paranoid fantasies that people who have never experienced something like this will latch on to people like us who have actually experienced UFO sightings.
Yeah. You know, now who cares what you think says you're lying? He thinks you're full of shit, Pete.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people that think I'm full of shit. I'd say that 90% of people over the entire planet would say that I'm full of shit. There's 10% of people that maybe have experienced some. I swear that if you don't see something yourself, you are never going to believe that there's anything else possible, because
No, that's not true. There are plenty of people who research UFOs who've never seen one who definitely believe that they exist and everything, you know.
I hope
I
that
mean-
there is.
Oh yeah,
I
there
really-
definitely is. There's all kinds of researchers who are into it. You know, there's people. Then there are people who aren't into UFOs at all, don't know anything about them. Then they have a UFO experience, and then that changes their whole life. I mean, i.e., me. I never even thought about UFOs. It was not even in my vocabulary. I'd never even considered them. I mean, I thought that the idea was cool. I'd seen videos of it and stuff, but it just wasn't. You know, I was a stand-up comedian.
when
at the time.
would
I didn't
you-
even
when-
think about it.
When would you say was your first period in your life? What year would you say that you were like, okay, maybe all these people aren't totally insane?
Well, on December 27th of 2010, I had my first UFO encounter, and that's the first time I'd ever seen a UFO, and it put me in shock. Like I wasn't even able to drive. I was in shock for like 30 minutes. I was like, oh my fucking god, dude! It was so fucking creepy. And it was fucked up because it was early in the morning and it was all foggy out, so it was like spooky and shit. Like it really fucked with me. But that was my first time. So it was 2010. Well, but it's just December 27th, so it was almost 2011. So basically 2011 was like the year that it started, where, because it was after that sighting where I kept having them, over and over again until, and it just built its way up until, so that's when the year when I knew UFOs are real, they exist, a true phenomenon. And, like I believe that UFOs were probably real, as, when I was younger and stuff. It was just something that it just wasn't part of my life. I didn't talk about it with people. I wasn't interested in it. Like I didn't have any books or anything on it, or I was a stand-up comedian, going on the road and stuff. I didn't have anything to do with UFOs. It came into my life and fucking and then took over, and my research started from there.
In the 1950s, they were running active what you would call in today's modern vernacular disinformation campaigns. So there were people that were being fed information that were lies, and this was in the 1950s. And I think that up until this modern date, there's active disinformation. Like the entire probing thing, I've always thought is some kind of giant like comedy act that's been perpetuated.
Well, okay, so the probing literally started with Whitley Strieber, the author of Communion. He was the first guy to ever mention alien probing or whatever. And there's this one part where he mentioned this because his doctor had said that Whitley, it appears that you've been raped. It looks like you've been raped, like his anus, or I guess he was going in for a prostate exam, and the doctor was like, you look like you've been raped. And then so he attributed that to his UFO experience, and thus the whole anal probing thing began. But that's it like really began and ended with him, and people just kind of perpetuated it and turned it into a joke or something to make fun of. But it's never been like a real part of ufology. Never about really like anal probing, but I have heard of people being abducted and having medical experiments done on them. Which, I mean, sure, why not? I would, you know.
Yeah, and I truly believe that until a person, I know that you're a much more open person than I am, but yeah, I believe that truthfully, until people have their own experience, they're going to continue to question anybody else like you that has actually experienced these things.
Yeah. I gotta say something real quick. So, on here, Steve is saying, bro, you just admitted to smoking and growing weed, and now you want us to believe your UFO sighting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
no, I've heard this for
Yeah,
over
right.
40 years. I've heard this for 40 years. Oh, I'm hallucinating because I smoke pot. I
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. And my roommate is making an excellent point. What does one thing have to do with the other? Nothing. You know, just because I smoke and grow weed has no bearing on whether or not I see a
how
UFO.
many
The
times?
two have nothing to do with each other. You know.
Like a lot of these experiences I had were when I was completely sober. I hadn't smoked a joint in maybe
Yeah.
6 months, and 2 to 6 months. This is like this tactic that these people have to pester people into saying that, oh, well, maybe because I smoked a joint with my friends, we were all hallucinating, seeing something.
Yeah, that's all they're trying to do. When people do that shit. So it's like they do the same thing when they say, "Oh, you little green men." People don't realize that is a fucking insult to any serious researcher when somebody starts saying, "Oh, well, little green men," and it's a way to fucking insult and belittle the whole subject, which really sucks, you know. Spencer is saying he says, "Here's a question, Kyle. Do you have any personal videos or pictures of UFOs or UAPs?" Yes, Spencer. As a matter of fact, I do. In fact, if you watched the episode yesterday, I was doing a live broadcast and I actually shared some of my UFO videos from over the years that I kept away from, I kept hidden to myself for years, and people knew that I had these videos, but I refused to share them. I just kept them, just for me. And but eventually, I kept promising that one day I would show them. And how many years later, I finally started to show them. So if you actually check out that episode from and it's like when I'm live streaming and then sharing the thing. So the video is probably not the best. So I will be putting out a video where it's all rendered in 1080p or 4K or whatever. So the videos will come out much clearer than what it looks like through StreamYard, and then keeps getting compressed over. So that kind of sucks. But yes, in fact, I have a lot of videos. Awesome videos too. It's like none of my videos are just like crap. Like all of them, they're good for certain reasons. Like when you see like there's cool stuff that happens in all my videos. I mean, there's always something awesome happening. Let's see here. Spencer saying, I admit I did love acid back in the day. I still love acid. What do you mean back in the day? Shit, I still love acid, man. Cody Richards is saying, I want to smoke some alien weed. Can you imagine goddamn weed from another solar system? Right, dude? I want to do some space coke. The cost here believes in an orbiting station with no airlocks speeding through the cosmos at 14,000 or 16,000 miles an hour or whatever incredible speed NASA comes with on Tuesday. What the fuck is he talking about?
He's tripping, man.
Yeah, is orbiting a station with no idea what the fuck. Daniel Maxwell, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Kyle, you had what would you say, Kyle? Yeah, Kyle had a decent stuff. This kid thought you were a potato of lies. Hey, what up, Wade? How you doing, buddy? Oh God, dude. So look, we have another fucking retard on here. Or is that the same fucking retard from earlier? Saying NASA. Can you guys see this? Look, NASA equals green screen and CGI, dude. You know,
That did you ever look into the entire
fucking idiot.
flat Earth?
That's what this person is. This is clearly a fucking flat Earth retard.
Did
You
you
know?
ever really investigate how insane these people were? Because
They're clearly, not only are all of them are super fucking religious fanatics, but they all know literally nothing about science, and then they try to use science to prove that science is wrong. Like, it's so fucking ironic. It's so funny, dude. I mean, these people can't even do, like, they don't even understand, like, basic math and everything. You know, they just regurgitate shit that they, you know, hear on fucking other people on YouTube spewing. It's all bullshit, dude. These guys are all fucking retarded.
I unfortunately had the entire unfortunate experience of actually debating flat earthers.
Oh yeah, dude, that's scary, dude. Because you'll get a whole little nest of these motherfuckers coming and attacking you and shit. Like, these guys are crazy. They travel around like a little gang of fucking wild dogs and shit, dude. It's so funny.
Man, flat earthers. I've never been called a government agent or a Fed shill, pedophile.
You're sheeple.
No, they've called me sheeple,
I know,
Fed,
that's what they
shill, tranny. They've called me all kinds of fucking names because you can't argue with a flat earther because these people are all on some kind of, it's almost like a drug where you've entered this.
It's their club that they get to fit into, and they're like, we get to be a part of it, you know, and fucking, yeah, you know, the earth is flat. Come on, you guys, yeah, like, you fucking assholes, dude. Like,
and then if you say they're wrong, they tell you that you're a government shill Jew.
You're a shill for the government.
They call me a Jew shill anytime.
Jew shill.
Anytime I say that the earth is actually round. So they're all completely mad, insane.
Yeah. It's so fucked up, dude. Like, it's like these guys are so fucking stupid.
I'm gonna find your Gmail and I'm gonna drag you into the next debate with flat earthers.
Please don't. Please do not. I dealt with these guys for fucking years, and
my god,
family fuck off, and I just let them leave me the fuck alone, man. Because they'll just come and just bombard my shit, dude. They'll just come on here just blasting all kinds of fucking bullshit all the time. Like, I constantly have to kick motherfuckers out of here because I don't want to hear their fucking nonsense, dude. It's like, I hate the fact that these guys want to come on and spread their bullshit.
Have they called you a government shill yet for saying space?
Yeah, dude.
For saying that space is real and UFOs are real?
What's up?
So have they called you a government shill for saying that space is real and UFOs are real?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they all think I'm like a fucking devil worshiper and shit, and you know, I'm somehow in on the conspiracy. Like, yeah, we're all in on it. All right, yeah, okay. It's proof from virtually of people in the world who believe in opposite to reality. I know, dude, it's fucking scary. And it's like, I know those people exist. I just don't want them to come on here. You know, like, I want to make sure that my subscribers only get, you know, relevant and accurate information. Like, I make it a point not to spread any kind of bullshit or, you know, misinformation. I make it a point. And if I say something that's wrong, I'll go back and say it. You know, like, I make it a point that everything on UFO proof is always legitimate and accurate. I hate when, you know, shit gets put out that's bullshit or people are, you know, just making something up for a story. But yeah, I can't stand that shit. Then to make people even stupider by, you know, spreading their bullshit that the earth is flat is just a fucking insult, you know?
Yeah.
What I'm saying? Yeah, it is, you know? Shut up! You got dogs. You know? Yeah, no, I want to hear it. Now I want to hear the answer. What up, Sam? Well, the answer to what? What are you talking about? I'm sorry, I'm trying to read what they were saying. Yes, it's an awesome UFO proof pillow. Yes, it is. That's what it is. UFO proof pillow, dude. How do I know this and you are all confused? What are you talking about? Who cares what you think? What the fuck are you? I don't even know what you're talking about. Aha, fucking love this show, people, right? That's right, Justin. Tell them. The guy talking is not the pic. Oh, okay. Pete, UFO 420, you there?
No, I'm still here.
Pete, is that your picture?
This is a picture of me at the zoo in 21.
In 2021? Okay, so it's pretty recent. It's not, it's not like years old or anything. It's, just like from a year ago.
Yeah. So we were at the zoo. You ever been to the Toronto Zoo?
No.
They have pavilions for every single thing, and this is not long after I was at the zoo and got attacked by some kind of weird fucking bird.
Shut up, Cooper. What the fuck? My boy Alex is on here saying, I personally hate everyone in here. Shut the fuck up, Alex.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're all evil.
Pete, how come you don't have a camera? Where's your camera?
I'm on a gaming rig. This is my son's old headset when he used to live here, when he used to play Counter-Strike and whatnot. And there's no video feed on it, but it's a gaming headset.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you got to get your camera on here anyway. All right, people. Thanks for coming in and saying what's up. I appreciate you coming in and stopping what's up. Saying, come back anytime. You guys got to give it up for Pete. UFO 420, I love your name. Thank you for coming, coming on, sharing your story. I love that. Always want to make room for other people to come on. So you guys know, is the link still? I'll make sure the link is posted still. So, oh wait, no, that's the YouTube link. What the fuck? That's not going to work. I'll get the link back here so you guys can come and join it. Alex, what are you doing? Why don't you get the fuck on here? Let me get the link back. Okay. Yeah, I'm always interested in hearing your guys' stories, man, your UFO encounters and stuff, but I think, who cares what you think? I think you're actually wrong. I think that was him that in the picture, and I think you're wrong. I honestly believe that was probably him. So I don't know why you were so upset with him. Even if it wasn't him, like, I'm not sure why you meant it. You think Renee looks like this? Is that what you think? Do you think Renee Cruz looks like this girl? Really? So, do you think Alex looks like this Superman right here? Like, come on, like, why does that fucking matter? But yeah. That's why I'm wondering, Renee. Yeah, right. Exactly. So if the earth is a flat, what's underneath it? If you fly underneath it, will you just see dirt and roots and trees and plants? No, you'll see the fucking turtle that's holding it up. Duh. Everybody knows that. Oh man, Kyle, the talk you guys had on Alien Attic was awesome, bro. Oh, awesome, cool, dude. Thank you. Yeah, fucking. We're gonna have an even better one tomorrow, Alex. We're gonna be doing ancient civilizations, and I'm gonna be on there with them. And that's my shiznit right there, dude. Ancient civilizations. So. I'm not wrong. I'm much smarter, bro. I don't know, dude. I think I think that was probably him. I don't see why, but I'm not even sure why it matters. What up, Rebecca 23? How you doing? So much smarter than you, bro. Yeah, I fucking bet you are. Who cares what you think? You know what? Who cares what you think? You look like a fucking genius. I'm not saying he's not a troll. I'm just saying that's probably him in the picture. I'm not saying he's not a troll. Shit, he's probably a troll. But that's the fucking thing you have to be able to deal with in order to offer everybody an opportunity to come and be a part of the show. So if you can't deal with that, and most people can't, which is why they don't do it the way I do, because most people can't deal with it. Fortunately for me, I can. So, that's why it's a rare treat to be able to do this, to where you have a show where anybody is welcome and able just to fucking come on here. And at any time, most people don't because of, camera shy and shit like that. So, but if they wanted to, they have the ability. You go to other channels, you see other people on the live and stuff, but you can't just go and get on there. You just have to sit there and hope that they, respond to your comments. That's the best you can hope for. You can't just hope that, I want to just go on there. It's like, wouldn't that be cool if you had if there was a show on there that you could do that? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. That's why I do it. I just do it in a way where I'm like, that's what I would want to see. So if that's what I would want to see, then that's what I should do for other people. Kyle, that reminds me that all that shit aside, ufology wise, you do have a good angle. That's right. Absolutely. Would you have Bruce sees all? Kyle reckon he'd love to come on here. Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of his things on Twitter and stuff. I don't know. I mean, he'd be more than welcome. I wouldn't care. He's not like really somebody fucking stands out to. He doesn't really come with anything that's super impressive. That I've seen, but I mean. He'd be more than welcome to come on and say what's up. Kyle, what is your opinion? Do you believe intelligence is something predetermined at born, or when you're born, just like maximum height, or is it something you can train like a muscle? It's something you can train like a muscle. Absolutely. I'm more of a nurture guy than a nature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, laugh at my name, Potato. You are no one. Who cares what you think? Shut the fuck up. Bruce believes a lot like you, Kyle. I don't know if you know that. No, I have no idea what he believes. You'll hop on. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah, with intelligence, it's something that's definitely that's something that's learned. Obviously, there are people that there will be certain circumstances where that's just going to be impossible because people have mental disabilities and stuff. So, but for just the average person, if you have access to information, the more information that you receive, the smarter you'll become. It's as simple as that. And that's all intelligence is how much data can a person recall, and how fast they can recall it. It's like you can't if you only have so much information, there's nothing you can't be any smarter than the information that you have. But that's intelligence, but to bypass that is wisdom. See, you can only know so much when you have just a certain amount of information. That's all the data that you can use just from that. So it could be very little, so you might not know a lot about it. However, a wise man can extrapolate from that data other stuff to give them a better knowledge base and make them understand more than the other person. So it's like, you know, what's better, knowledge or wisdom? It's wisdom. You know, that's the way to go. You got to be wise about something. You don't have to know it. If you're a wise man, you understand it differently. Yeah, that's so true. And to know you don't know is even more, right? Correct. Oh yeah, no, they're doing great. Renee. The CIA released many documents related to UFOs and information, lots of it. In fact, that's true. In fact, I was just on my I was on here looking for pictures. I noticed that. Let's see if I have it up here. Oh wait. Sorry, I think it's in my. Where did I have that at? I just seen it. I have like the fucking report. Oh yeah, here we go, right here. Let's start with that one. Nah, okay, yeah, so it's fucking one. Let's see. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. See if I can share this with you guys real quick. This is just one little fucking page. I just opened up one page from the PDF. Let me see here. See if we can share that real quick. Windows. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so here, this is just one. This is one tab from it. You guys see that? Let's see. So I got a ton of files from this, like the CIA release. There's so many of them, but this is all what it looks like. This stuff here. So this is old documents. A lot of it's blacked out. You know, it's just a ton of documents. It's from what, 1976, it looks like. So they have all kinds of you coming, bro? All right, cool. What about Bruce Maccabee? What about it? I'm no expert, but that's why I'm here. And the fact that there are no fucking experts, right? You know, look at Kyle, skip me because he thinks I'm stupid. Shut the fuck up, dude. I don't think you're stupid. I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean I skipped you for what? I skipped you. You know you can just come on the show, right? You know I posted a link, right? I don't even know what you skipped. You gotta remember, I'm trying to do a bunch of different things at the same time, man. Spencer is asking, are you an ancient alien believer? Yes, most certainly I am. Get Bruce on your on Kyle on your show. He will be epic. Yeah, and that's why you said Bruce Maccabee. I get it. Okay, but you're not talking about Bruce Maccabee, obviously. That was the same Canadian troll talking about the eye months or two ago. I know his voice 100%. You think that's the same? You think that's the same guy? Really? It could have been. I mean, I didn't recognize his voice as being the same guy, but now that I think about it, it does sound. They did sound kind of similar. Yeah, it's possible. You know, that he came on with a different name, like under a sock account. I mean, that's possible. You know, it did. Now that I think about it, did kind of sound like him. Did you guys remember that show? Who cares what you think? Yeah, so I don't know if okay, so you guys might not know, but you know what? Your name's too fucking long. I keep constantly having to say, "Who cares what you think?" And that's his name. But he's talking about an episode I did a couple months ago with a guy who came on who was just full of shit, and I had to call him out on it. And now he might have come on with a troll account. What up, Cooper? Did you see that episode when I did that with that one guy who came on here? That who cares what you think about? You know what he's talking about?
That was my throat.
Yeah, with that fucking eye monster or whatever the fuck, dude. You know, I'm like, it might have been, you know. He came on and telling me a story about his UFO experience, and then during at the end of it, I was like, I got to call you out. Like, you know, I don't believe it. Sounds like you're full of shit. You know. Then everyone's like, it sounds like he's making it up. You know? I'm like, that's what I was just like, you know, I'm like, it just didn't. You know, sometimes you get people on, and that's a risk you take. You know, of being able to offer everybody a chance to come on. Is that sometimes you get people who are full of shit coming on, but
that's what happens, bro. I mean, come on. I mean, how many times have we been through it? I mean, come on. I can be a troll. Like, I could take this off and be like, look, Kyle, wham.
Yeah, it's what we risk. You know, that's the thing we have to take. That's the risk we take in order to offer this to everybody to come and join us. You know. So how you doing, Alex?
I'm good, man. How you been, Kyle?
Good, man. I'll be going on Alien Addicts show tomorrow, discussing ancient civilizations.
I'm about to say, what will you gentlemen be discussing? Ancient civilizations, really?
Yep, right. This is the perfect topic for me.
What are your strong points, I think, right?
Motherfucking turkey.
Motherfucking turkey. Oh man, that was so funny. Yeah, when you guys were on Alien Addict, when you guys brought that up, I was like, oh man, because you remember when you did your and a lot of people probably will remember this shit because this is like back in the days when we used to broadcast on Kyle's channel, but we had a 24-hour broadcast. Remember that, Kyle?
Yes, I do.
And you let some of the viewers take over your channel.
Over. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, speaking of, you know, Goofon is talking about doing that, like letting some of his viewers like take over. But remember when you did that for 24 hours and you said, you know what, for 24 hours, I'm going to stay on. Sometimes I'm going to be on, sometimes I'm going to be off, but I'm going to let some of you guys take over the fucking channel.
Oh yeah.
and you did. And
I did.
And one of the segments was me and you debating for like an hour the turkey situation. This is back.
Yeah.
This is back like years ago. Yes, like me and you had like a good. Well, it was supposed to be an hour segment, but we did a good 20-minute back and forth about the windmills and the ship.
Yeah, and, that's right.
And after letting it soak in for a little bit, I could say, okay, I still don't think they're windmills, but I did look at your shit a little more closer. I was like, let me go back and look at it again. But man,
well, you know what?
I still don't think they're windmills, Kyle.
When you see that the turkey UFO video, then when you see the one that shows the red lights, you know what I'm talking about? That specific one.
Because was it the same gentleman was filming this shit? It was there different angles and shit? The thing about me, Kyle, look, okay. Yeah. The thing about me is like I believe that by now, you know, with social media and everything that's going on, I think that somebody would have already like posted the windmills and say, you know what, none of this shit matters. Look, here go the windmills. It's over.
Well, the thing is that the guy had really powerful equipment and he was looking in a certain direction every time. And it's because, you know, his camera already had like 60 times zoom on it. And then it had electronic doubler, you know? So, I mean, he could see really far. He could see far enough. He could actually see across the fucking sea. Most people, just like the average person over there with a camera, isn't going to be able to see that. You know?
No, but hold on. Did he say that though? Did he say they had like super high powered equipment or I don't know.
I knew exactly. I knew the exact equipment that he used, that he had an electronic doubler on it, that it was what's his name? The doctor who removes alien implants.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Lear. He was the one who said he named the exact kind of equipment the guy was using and shit like that. And then they had a map drawn out, like they had a map showing exactly the location where the footage was taken from, the exact location that they were looking. And I took that map and I overlaid it over Google Earth. And then I dropped the opacity so I could see exactly this is where they were pointing. So I knew that they were pointing directly where that windmill farm was. And it just so happened that they were looking in that exact direction. And I'm like, okay, so you have a camera that does 60 times zoom and then an electronic doubler on it. So you're zooming in like fucking whatever, 140 times. And you're enlarging all these pixels and stuff. But
well, look,
every single time that during a full moon. And
yeah,
I put the video in a stabilizer, it never moved even an inch. It never moved at all. There was never a single gyration of this object in every single video. It never flickered, nothing. Every single one. I'm like, every single time it was so static. It was like it was a piece of earth, because I put it into into my software to stabilize it. And the stabilization was showing me that it might as well have been a piece of earth. It was so perfectly still. It wasn't natural, it didn't make any sense. It had to be something that was like a rock or something that was on earth that didn't move. Every movement was done by the camera. Every single jiggle the craft didn't move at all, every single time. So I'm like, it seems like it's something. And then it made sense that when looking at those red lights, that when it first showed the UFO, the first Turkey UFO video, it shows like red lights, and then he zooms in, and then you see the supposed craft or whatever. And I'm like, those red lights, I believe, were windmills up on the fucking hills. And then when you zoomed in, what was happening is the moonlight was reflecting off the
top of the windmill. Yeah, because you're saying that it reflects on the top, right, of the hills. Yeah, well, man, it could have been, man. But honestly, at the end of the day, I think it was so hard because I still don't think, man, like the windmill thing, like we're still gonna butt heads on that. But
you gotta remember, Alex, that was my
threw it out though. I threw it out though, honestly, because thinking, look, the ship thing. The biggest thing to me was always like, why didn't somebody recreate it and just say, look, and because somebody could have gone viral, even if they wanted like their 20,000 views or whatever they were going to get. Mm-hmm. I think somebody would have been like, look, Turkey UFO debunked, motherfuckers.
I don't think most people even fucking knew about my debunk. It's not like it's a popular debunk video or something.
Oh, and it's not. But even to me,
they would have to have that kind of
I love you
to be able to go.
Not your ass, like literally, but I love you, and I still
Hey, but, Alex, you gotta remember, for years before that was my go-to video. I was like, this is fucking it, It wasn't until I just went
we used to call it motherfucking turkey. We used to be like, we used to discuss that. Like, man, we discussed it for a good. That's why we had our debate, because I think me and you at the end, I was just like, man, once you said there were windmills, I was like, no. I am more. You know what? I am more skeptical now though than over everything now. I think being skeptical, I tell people being skeptical is actually a really good tool in ufology, because I think, having a good skeptical mind is actually really good and healthy, because you have to question everything, honestly, at the end of the day. Everything you see nowadays, unless you have something credible or somebody that really you trust, and you're like, you know what, this is what we recorded, or somebody that I trust recorded. It's so hard to fucking just trust anybody's words. So you got to be skeptical over anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Turkey again. I'm looking over Turkey. I'm looking over every other case from Roswell to Turkey to shit, man. Every popular case that I tell you that I've studied, I'm looking them over again a little bit, just the facts.
That's what I've done, because at first I was believing every story that I read, and then as I learned, the truth is that most of the stuff, if I stop, I can explain it, and I was letting my hopes and my fantasies get the best of me. But the truth is, I was like, I know for a fact UFOs exist. So, but they're just not as common as people like to think, or people like to act in our community. Like they act like they're everywhere all the time. They're not as common. It's a pretty rare sight and a pretty rare experience. But it is an experience. It does happen. So that's the stuff that I'm interested in. The real stuff.
What section?
Wrong, then that's what I should do.
What section of Washington are you right now, bro?
I'm right by Portland. I'm in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And like, so taking the trip, man, like, I mean, would you be willing to take me out there, bro?
Fuck yeah, dude. You know, I'm only maybe like fucking 3 or 4 hours from where my old house was in Dayton.
Really?
Yeah. So
No,
I'm just
okay,
on the,
no,
I'm just like on the
but man,
opposite
like
side,
if I
man.
take, because I was supposed to go back to Mexico, man, I got a pad in Mexico now, and I've been skywatching a lot. Like honestly, I mean, I got stuff to do over there too at the same time. But
Yeah.
I've been using my time out there to skywatch and to try to connect with people and just just look at the sky. Just man, I want to catch some shit or talk to people with interesting stories. Like I'm trying to do that. Like when you say like Rich and us, do we say boots on the ground? No, I'm just because this is what I love to do. Like man, I'm literally, God dang it, I'm trying to solve this shit, Kyle, for myself, for nobody else. Like honestly, at the end of the day, I'm trying to solve this shit for nobody else but me.
But that's what's important.
You know?
That's all you need to do it for is just you. You know, you don't need to do it for anybody else, man.
No, bro. I mean, shit. I was gonna be out here for like a couple weeks, but I might be out here for like a month or two extra than I thought I was gonna be. Man, let me say exchange some information after this and bro, like I'm saying, we don't got you know me. This is ain't for video. I don't got a channel, bro. So you know I'm doing this for clicks or views or nothing.
Yeah,
me
no,
myself,
of course, dude.
You know, like but like man, take me to see and you know, I mean, I'll keep my mouth shut. You know,
you know,
I want to see.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, dude, that's fucking. Of course,
I need. It's not like I want to see, bro. Like I need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, definitely, man. Oh yeah, of course. Anytime, man. Anytime you want.
I mean, are you working right now, steady, or I mean, how's shit going?
No, not right now. No, I'm fucking. I'm not. You know.
Like, how's your schedule looking? That's what I'm trying to get. Kind of like, how's your schedule? That way, I could like kind of maybe
right now, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Because my schedule is kind of open too for like the next month. So, man, let's just change shit. Because I got like a little month window.
Yeah, you know, and actually, Savannah has Andromeda right now in Alabama, so I'm like fucking.
Bro, I'll rent a nice little ride, and man, I will take a ride out there, bro.
You know,
straight up, and just to go watch, bro, for nothing else, you know. And I'm telling you, you don't gotta post it on your channel. You gotta do nothing. We just gotta,
it'd be fucking fun, dude.
Watch.
Of course, man. And, yeah, we should definitely fucking post it. You know. But still, yeah, like it's fucking, it's fun, man. You know, it just,
if you want to post it, I mean, that's up to you. Oh, anything. Oh, if you, bro, I mean, shit, if you want to post it, I mean, feel free.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, bro, you know me, like I'll fund the little ride over there, bro. Like, man, I'll show up with the ride and shit, bro. And what we need, let me know.
Come on.
And we'll take a ride, bro. And really, not shit. I won't even take a camera. I just want to go see it with like my own eyes.
You know,
that's it.
Yeah, fucking come on, dude.
Man, Kyle. So, what you want me to just email you at your email?
Yeah, you got my email, right?
That way, right there, I'll shoot you my number. You know.
Yeah.
That way, I'm gonna put it up here.
I'll post my you have my email, right?
You know.
Here, let me post it real quick, dude.
It's not, you know, shit. I wouldn't.
Here, yeah, I'm sure you had it at one time or.
Because I would like to plan, man, later on too. Yeah. But I mean, I was talking to, not talking to, but I just mentioned it honestly. Not even talking to. I just mentioned it on the chat with a Dark Hour Paranormal, DHP, Mike.
Yeah.
He messes with like a goof on, but he has his own channel. Mm-hmm. But he does more paranormal stuff. But he touches on everything really. But he's a good dude, and man, I was trying to go investigate like Waverly Hills. Man, I'm trying to see if in a couple months maybe we could connect with a couple people and maybe go over there and investigate Waverly Hills. You should come with us, dude.
What's Waverly Hills? Was it a ghost place or something?
Oh man, bro, it was like a place. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's a place where I believe a lot of sick people went and died, and I'm talking about like a lot of. You can look it up. It might have been, man. Yeah, you can look it up. It could. I don't want to say tuberculosis because I'm not 100% sure, but it might have been because of that. But it's a place basically where if you were sick back in the day, or if you had like, I believe it probably was tuberculosis. You were sent there, and a lot of the other types of shit. But a lot of people died in that place. A lot of people. So it's a place that's heavily investigated by a lot of people. A lot of phenomena happen there. But it'd be dope to have you go. If we go spend a night or two over there, if you could get the place.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool,
just
man.
go hang out with a couple of us and just go, man, check it out. It'd be awesome, bro.
Right? That would be cool, dude. Rebecca 23 is saying, does anyone know what the video is called where Kyle was talking to Bruce? I don't even know what video.
Bruce?
Rebecca 23. I have no idea what video.
Which Bruce?
Bruce? Like Bruce who? Like what Bruce do we know? I don't know. Bruce, do I?
Which Bruce? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know a Bruce. I have no idea.
Actually, I should look at the chat too. I should run over there and look at the chat too.
I have no idea who she's even. Did I just lose all the chat? What the fuck happened? Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, sorry. I have no idea who you're talking about, Rebecca. A video with me talking to Bruce. You got me. Cody Richards is saying, yeah, man, I do. For Michael Sala was pushing for the insurrection on the Capitol before it happened. He was fooled by Q. My heart tells me anyone that falls for Q shit has lost credibility. That's so funny when fucking like people who believe like that fucking the Q like that shit is fucking real. Like it's so fucking hilarious, dude. Like those guys are so fucking crazy, full of shit, fucking wackadoos. They were like saying, "Oh yeah, JF, like fucking like, or you know, Robert Kennedy's gonna come back from the dead," or it was so fucked up. Like, or he was like faking his death and he's gonna do a fucking. People were like on the street, like waiting for him to like come out and be like, "See, I fooled you guys. Like, I didn't really die." You know, like oh, like it's so fucked up, dude. It's so hilarious. They're so stupid. Brucey's all Kyle, you retard. Brucey's all, I was never on. I never discussed anything with him. We never had a fucking chat. There's no video with me talking to Brucey's all. Said you had a chat with a guy who sounded like Bruce and called him out for the eye thing. Oh yeah, no, I don't know if that guy sounded like Brucey's. I have no idea what Brucey's all sounds like. Yeah, I only seen a couple of videos by that guy, by Bruce Seasall, and they weren't really anything impressive. You ever see his channel, Cooper?
Who's that?
Bruce Seasall.
Man, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've seen him on Twitter and shit like that. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, that does sound familiar. But what is it? Is it based on UFOs or all kinds of stuff?
Yeah, it's based on him like his video of his telescope and shit like that. You know, he's just like filming the moon every night with his telescope and.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shit like that.
No, but that's cool, man.
That's fun.
Like,
you know, it's cool, but there's nothing really too impressive. Like none of his footage is anything.
Well, that's what I do kind of too, though. Like say like right now I'm here in California again, you know, but I've been staying in Guadalajara in Mexico a lot, and I got a place of a nice terrace, and man, I sit up there every night, bro, and I take pictures of the moon too, and just sky watch.
What's it like out in Mexico out there at night? Like, do you got a lot of lights around, or can you get out to where there's no lights, like out in the
man, bro? Well, I am almost right in the middle of fucking. Man, I'm away from like the airport and all that shit. I'm like in the city of Guadalajara.
Yeah, it sucks being in the city because you have all the city lights around you. So like,
do I got a nice view of everything? Yeah, but you know, man, it's not like being out, say, like, man, out in Nevada somewhere out.
Yeah, you gotta get out deep,
where
out in the darkness,
you can almost see like the little dust trails of like the Milky Way and shit.
You can see the Milky Way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's where you actually want to just put a little fucking lawn chair and just sit your ass down. Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, I sky watch where I am at. It's beautiful, you know. And you hear so much shit about Guadalajara and all places of Mexico, and I am there. I am literally like in Guadalajara watching, literally, and I am watching like a motherfucker with binoculars, with a fucking nice ass camera next to me, hoping, you know, hey, one day that some shit happens, I'll be like, hey, I got that shit too. But hey, so far nothing, you know, beautiful shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
hey,
you know, come up here, dude. We'll go fucking hunt some UFOs.
No, we're gonna do that shit.
Do all kinds of cool shit, man. You know, I mean, like, they got Mount Adams up here, and that's where what's his face who does the
Oh,
East City Ranch.
well, man, bro, remember? I
James
mean, one of the trips that we always talked about actually taking was to the SETI Ranch. Remember?
Yeah,
That we
right.
were gonna
Exactly,
do with
dude.
all of us. And
That'd be fucking
I
cool,
would
dude.
still, man,
Yeah,
bro, that
right?
would still be awesome.
That'd still be fucking cool, dude. Because there's all kinds of fucking UFO activity around there and shit, dude. I heard there's supposed to be. I heard that there's even fucking like an alien base in that mountain as well. Like
Well,
how
Shat?
fucking,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's what I fucking heard, dude. But I mean, I don't know. I never was led to a UFO base on that particular mountain, but
I would go out there. I swear, I would go out there. But out there, I think at the SETI you can't even drink. But that's good, man. I don't know if they could take herb, but man,
but that's the thing. Listen,
I would sit out there and drum with them, though. I would sit out there and
ranch
drum.
It's just a fucking dude's piece of property, and that's all it is. It's like it's not even that close to the mountain, by the way. We could get much closer to the mountain instead of then like I mean, it might be cool to go and say what's up to them, but like.
You might be able to get Airbnb now, like next to it.
Like we can get right next to the mountain. We can set up our drones and shit and look for because there's all kinds of crazy activity that happens on the mountain. We could get right up on the mountain. He's like fucking 20 miles away from the mountain. I actually went there.
Right.
And I was going to do an interview with him, and fucking shit happened, and it wasn't able to go down. But I was at the ranch, and I realized it was so far away from the actual mountain. I was like, this is a fucking. I'm like, and then they're just up there sky watching. We could sky watch from fucking anywhere, So I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what was the big deal with his whole fucking? I thought, he was right next to the mountain, so he could see all this cool shit. Fuck no, dude. He's way far away from it. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, his property, I guess, is right there. But I guess nowadays, like I'm saying, we could either get another place, even go. If there's like a camping grounds, I mean, shit. I mean, what you want to be is out there by yourself, right? And just be like, hey, right? I will take my own drum. Like, honestly, I mean, I'm that type of person. I'm like, man, let me just bring some weed and I will drum my ass out there and I will bring my little flashlight and shit. And I could do that too on my own.
Exactly, dude. Like we could do that same shit. We could have all of our fucking lasers. Our drones and shit, go out to the mountain itself, be right on the base of the mountain, and then film and look for UFOs and put up our lasers, put up our drones and shit. Doing it on his property, he's so far away from the mountain. It's just like, what's the fucking point, dude? Like he couldn't even get any good footage of it. All the objects would be far away. It's like we could get better footage going closer to the mountain. Right. And these guys all like to have like their little esoteric fucking, healing circle prayers and shit like that. And
hey, I'll do it myself too. Hey, if it helps, if it helps, I'll do a little prayer myself in there. Hey, shit. But I'm all about just like the action. I just want to go out there, sit there, and hopefully something happens. Shit. Hey, Q's bugging me about you sending him the link.
What's up? I was just in here fucking chatting to him. I was just telling him, I'm like, hey, Q, get the fuck on here.
Now he's like bugging it. He's like, send me a link.
Come on, you fuck. Hurry up. Q, you asshole. Get the fuck on here.
Coming in at the end, you bringing your dry ass. Like, he's gonna shit on both of us. I know it already.
All right. Yeah, motherfucker, dude.
It's not that we don't shit on each other, but
fucking eating double ducker bus driving motherfucker.
He's gonna come in and just call us both shitheads.
Come on, yeah, I know, right? This motherfucker. Get the fuck on here, Q. Come on.
I like me some Q though. Q's a cute cat, man.
Hey,
I like Q.
Just waiting to get on. Oh,
now say cool, not cute, you bastards.
Okay, here we go. Hey, there he is.
I'm leaving. Leaving.
Sexy motherfucker.
I'm leaving,
guys.
You ain't going anywhere, Alex. Get your ass back here.
Can somebody in the chat boot Alex?
That's code word for he loves me.
As always.
I can't even talk.
Not so bad, mate. Just got in from work.
Oh, good, man. I can't believe fucking you actually caught us on time with, I mean, I usually would have quit by now, but Alex jumped on, and so I just kept going, and then so good. You came on. Oh, perfect, dude.
Cool.
God, we got the boys back, dude.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, dude.
The boys are back in town.
I mean, it's so funny how all this shit goes down, but that shit all, all the shit that happens now started with us, motherfuckers.
Damn it, Q smoking. I mean, Q can't smoke without me smoking. Damn it. Damn you, Q. I know, right? I was telling Cal I was on there with him maybe a week ago or something, maybe a little less. But no, we were like, it became so big, like just to do what we basically did, which is kind of just bullshit about, well, not aliens necessarily, but just kind of like chit chat and come back and forth. Sometimes argue within each other and shit, but became a big thing.
Right?
Yeah,
well, I mean, like everybody in the UFO world, like does it now, dude. Like what we do, like or what we did, what we started, like they all do it now. It's it's like normal practice. Like they all have their shows where they do it like a hangouts kind of session where everybody comes on and discusses UFOs and shit. Just like they all do it now, but it all started here.
It wasn't a super ingenious idea, but as far as YouTube goes, we all research shit. We all research YouTube. We all watch videos like a motherfucker. We all saw videos, movies, and everything. But then when they started allowing people to do hangouts and putting separate people on the things, remember when we started, you were basically going on and we were just like booting. Sometimes we would boot each other. You would boot us. We were like trying to figure out how that shit even works.
Yeah, we didn't even. We
saw people after us come in and try to do the same thing that we took us like about a month or 2 or 3 to pick, or with you. You were just like, man, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
We were trying to figure out how everything worked, dude. Like we did it so early on that they still were trying to like work out the bugs on everything, on how shit fucking worked, and like we were trying to figure it out and like go step by step. Like it was so fucking new when we started doing it. Like we had to figure everything out on our own. Like there was like how to do this and how to do that, and make everything fucking work. And yeah, like fuck, dude. Now it's nothing. Like StreamYard, fuck, it makes it. That's all simplified now. Before, like to do it with Hangouts and shit, like you had to go through a bunch of shit to get everybody on at the same time and to have us all talking and be able to do it live and have it all recording. Like just one thing would fuck up and it would fuck everything up.
Everything.
To be honest, I think a lot of the guys that are doing it now don't do it as good. I think the original way, the way we used to do it, has always been the best way, to be perfectly honest. And who cares what you think? You're dead right, mate. Dead right. In Qvid we trust.
Yeah, Q is right though. I think the way we did it was the best. I mean, it's it still is. Like when you see everybody else having their shows or whatever, then when we do it over here, it's a lot more. It's not as formal, and so it seems just friendlier. It's more of us just hanging out with each other, as opposed to having a set show about a certain subject where. We might start off with a subject, but we never end on it.
Hey, at least we jump in the pool though.
Whatever. Usually we're getting fucking high or drunk or, just talking shit about motherfuckers. Or, it could go off on anything.
I have a message for Alex from the missus.
Uh-oh.
The message is, Alex, baby, hi.
Hi, sweetheart. I'll call you as soon as Keith falls asleep.
He said he's going to call you as soon as I fall asleep. She said she'll be waiting.
Hi, Jack. How you doing, sweetie?
He said hi.
Hi.
She scuttled out the room now. She doesn't want to be on camera.
Yeah. The first part was like just fuck you, Q. The second part, hello, Jackie.
So I was sitting there thinking of different names to go with the acronym for UAP. So I got here ultra alien pussy. The other one I had ugly ass people. What you guys come up with some UAP acronyms for. What does UAP stand for?
Unusual ass phenomena.
There you go. Shit like that.
UAP. Hold on, I gotta write it down.
Alex, yeah, you're next. Yeah, I got ultra alien pussy, ugly ass people.
Ultra awesome pirates. Ugh.
Yeah, ultra awesome pirates, dude. Let's see.
Uber Arctic pilgrims. Ugh.
Ugly alien penis.
Yeah, ugly alien penis.
Ultimate asshole perverts.
Okay, I'm using the letter U slightly wrong here, but you're all pricks.
Oh, there you go.
You're all pricks. That's a good one. I like that one, dude. Hey, well, there's Jax on there. What up, Jax? Charging thousands to hang out with his ass and meditate in the desert shit. Oh, he must be talking about Greer.
Oh, sad. So what's the question? I mean, Greer's always, hey, I mean, man, we can say a million things about Greer, but hey,
Oh,
hey, I'll
I
tell
can
you one
say a
thing.
million and one.
Hey, but I'll tell you one thing. Did I think about that meditation shit? I mean, myself. I mean, not like that was my idea.
That
No, but
works, dude,
I thought about like before, like I mean, throughout my research in ufology, I was like, man, what if maybe that's maybe what the Mayans did when they were up there looking at the fucking stars and they're looking at the stars. What else did they have to do? They got no TV, no music
yeah.
besides the shit. I mean, they got no. I mean, shit as music as we know. That music, of course. But I mean, meditation, man. Maybe that's what they were doing. They were meditating and looking at the stars. Let me meditate. I thought about that shit, man.
Something.
I thought about that.
Listen, doing like CE5 or whatever that Greer likes to claim that he came up with or whatever. You guys got to understand something. CE5 is a byproduct of having a UFO experience, becoming a UFO experiencer. When you are a UFO experiencer, like when they come and they start like showing themselves to you like all the time, that is something that goes along with it. So that's not something that Greer came up with. Everybody who's ever experienced UFOs, ends up doing CE5 unknowingly. Whether they know it or not.
I mean, I tried it.
It's a byproduct. It comes with it just comes with the territory. It's a part of it. So it's not, he likes to make it like, oh, he came up with it. No, he didn't, because we all come up with it when we start having UFO experiences. It's just something that's a part of it. It really is. I had never heard. When I had my UFO experiences, I was doing CE5. I never even heard of Greer. I never even heard his name.
Oh, exactly. No, me too. That's what I'm saying. Like even before all that shit, like I did that shit. Like me too. I was like, man, I wonder. That was all jokes aside, but no, like me personally, all jokes aside, like me standing, I was like, maybe meditation is a connection. Maybe that's what they were actually doing when they were fucking on top of the pyramids, besides looking at the stars and shit. I was like, maybe they were there like with their music and shit, literally trying to meditate and contact some shit. And I was like, how do I know that maybe they didn't make contact? So I wasn't going like, you could do your alms or whatever when you're doing your yoga or whatever. But no, I was literally trying to just meditate and try to just put my mind once it's shut down, because when you're meditating, you can't just shut your eyes and just go, oh, I'm meditating. No, you got to shut your mind down. That's what meditation is. You shut your mind down that's what meditation is. Hard for a lot of people. It takes like 10, 15, 20 minutes sometimes for you to shut your brain down. You got to just like let all the thoughts come in, let them out, come in, let them out. And after about 15, 20 minutes, if you keep doing that, honestly, you will get into like a relaxed state. And then after that, you could actually begin what really meditation is. Because first you got to just let all the garbage that you got in your head, that we all got in our head, just got to let it out. That's what's hard. Honestly, the first like 20 minutes is hard, because you're either gonna do it or you're gonna fall asleep. You're gonna fall asleep.
It's all about when you start meditating. And I'll let everybody on a piece of advice for meditating. When the best way to practice is what you do is you put yourself in a situation in your mind, and your mind's eye, and so you have to put yourself somewhere else. And like I like to do it like this. I like to put myself on top of a skyscraper. And so I'm picturing this stuff in my mind, and I pictured the sun heating up my back, and I could feel the heat on my back, and I can see the ground below me. I can you'll start to feel the vertigo. And
put it on your feet. Exactly. It's like, man, like me. The guy that told me how to meditate was actually like a yoga trainer. That's what he told me. He's like, I'm gonna take you on a walk, but I want you to pretend you're walking through the desert. So he was like, feel the sand on your feet. Feel, just like feel every step you're taking.
Exactly.
you know, and then he was like, I'm gonna take you up to
details.
this hill. So yeah, he's kind of like at the details of trying to get you, so you just keep concentrating on your breathing.
Yeah,
and to the point where you want to get almost to the point where you're sleeping, but you don't fall asleep. That's almost like what meditation is. So you're like almost asleep, but you're not.
It's having like a lucid dream almost.
Yeah,
where,
yeah, and it's almost then you could almost
creating it in your mind,
slightly control it, because I don't know. I've been there only like twice. Every other time I fell asleep. But man, I've been there maybe twice where I was actually listening to the guy talking, and I felt like I was asleep, and I was like, holy shit, I can hear him. And then I was still able to keep up with him for like a little while, and then I fell asleep. A second time I was able to do that too, and I was still listening to him, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy, because he was trying to take us to the top of a hill. And I felt like I was on the top of the hill, and then I fucking fell asleep. And the girl next to me was like, hey, wake up. And I was like, holy shit. Didn't even realize I fell asleep.
Yeah, but that's the thing with when you're meditating on stuff, and it really opens your mind to stuff. You're almost self-hypnotizing, and it'll help you answer questions for things like with just your life and what you want to do with it. And if you're having problems or issues with your girl, or you're having issues with your job or whatever, it's when you meditate and then try to solve the problems, it does.
Man, you know what? Both times though, when they woke me up, it was, man, I felt so relaxed, I swear. And I hadn't smoked or nothing. I was actually super. So I hadn't actually. When I was out there, I was on a retreat. That's when I was like, man, I was super sober. I hadn't smoked or drank in like 2 or 3 weeks when that happened. That's why I was like, man, this meditation shit might be real. That's how I felt. But,
I was surprised how hypnosis. I used to think hypnosis was a total joke. And then I realized that it's a medical thing. Like it's a real phenomenon, and I didn't realize that people self-hypnotize all the time. I've done it. I'm sure you guys have done it. Like you'll be driving down the road, and you'll stop. You don't even know. Pass up your realize turn and everything, and you don't even realize that you're already
you're been driving for like 10 minutes and be like, oh yeah, I've been on the freeway before and been like, damn, I haven't even been paying attention for like 20 minutes. But I've been changing lanes and doing all this shit.
How come I haven't crashed into other people yet? Like, how was I still driving?
Man, I think maybe sometimes you're so conscious and stuff. It's a trip the way your brain works. Like I think sometimes you can keep at the same time what you're supposed to be doing. Say driving, for instance, and when there's traffic and it stops, goes. But I think sometimes your brain could actually almost be dreaming at the same time, but you could keep concentration, because I've done that a lot, man. I do that a lot.
Absolutely. That's the whole that's what self-hypnotism, when you're
I don't know. Have you ever been hypnotized, Kyle?
I don't think I can be hypnotized.
That's how I feel. I
don't think I can.
I don't know, man. I mean, well, I don't know as far as how far hypnotism goes, but I mean, as far as the TV shows that were people eating onions and go to sleep, now wake up, now it's a chair, now you're humping Jennifer Lopez. I don't think I can be hypnotized like that. I'm like, no way, man. There's no way you're gonna make me hump that chair and think it's Jennifer Lopez. No way. Do it to me, please. I'm like, please do it to me.
But then there are a lot of people who are. Some people are just simply
susceptible
not at all.
Maybe.
Well, if you're using hypnotism or meditation to get onto a different type of plane, is it better to do it that way, or is it better to use some sort of chemicals, some sort of drugs? Because a lot of people seem to think that taking certain drugs help you get to a different plane, don't they?
Well, I'm sure that can be done with drugs. That you could put yourself in a different plane with drugs, probably far easier than you could sober. But meditating on something and being hypnotized are 2 different states. I think they're probably actually the same kind of state, really. But being hypnotized more or less comes down to being how well you're being suggestions when people They suggest that they say like, oh, you should forget the number 7, and the next thing you know, you're counting and you forget to say the number 7 every time you count. Like it's just like it's funny, dude, because it's a real phenomenon. But and then like some people can do it really well.
What was the question?
A lot of things will hypnotize you. Words hypnotize you, like you're just reading and stuff. And there'll be times where I'm reading a book and like I can get a couple words in and I'll fucking fall asleep. And it doesn't matter how hard I try. Every time I start reading it, I'll fall asleep. But, like certain words will just like hypnotize you and make you do that. It's a weird phenomenon.
You see, alcohol makes Alex forget the number 7.
How can I? It's embedded in me,
right? It's like that's what you think, but I see people like I saw this hypnotist doing it to a guy where he was like, forget to say the number 7, and then so the guy was counting and he's like counting his fingers, and then he would get to like he's like, oh, how come you only have you have 11 fingers, because he was forgetting a number when he counted. He's like, what the fuck? Like it was fucking with him. I think mushrooms help, but I've had 2 profound crazy ass experiences while totally sober during meditation. I was listening to binaural beats out of some big monitor speakers. Oh, that's cool.
I just took some mushrooms maybe about 3 or 4 months ago.
I start to flick, I fall asleep. Oh, I don't know. That sucks, man. Especially if you're doing that in a movie theater.
I actually never had a bad trip. I think I'm mushrooms. I think I've done mushrooms maybe about 4 times, and I never had a bad trip off mushrooms.
My whole life, I never had a bad trip up until I was like 36 or something, dude. And then on mushrooms, I had a bad trip from my first time, and it fucking was bad, and I cried like a little girl with a skint knee. I just fucking wailed. Yeah, the fucking mushrooms got me bad, dude.
But what you think it was a bad batch? Or you ate too much?
I think they were. I was definitely tripping balls. Like the mushrooms were good. This one instance, I had this bad fucking trip where I was just upset.
Cause like on acid, like man, you fuck with LSD before, right? I know. Yeah,
I've never had a bad trip on acid. Every acid trip has been awesome.
Man, well, no, like me, see the opposite. Well, I mean, I've had more good trips on LSD, and I haven't done LSD actually for years, but I've had maybe out of like maybe my 7 or so like LSD trips, I think maybe 2 of them were bad, but 5 of them were awesome. But 5, no, one was really bad, one was and 5 were awesome.
Yeah, because I was like, acid trips, LSD trips are the best. Man. I'm talking just 8 hours of just laughing my fucking ass off.
Man, no, look, my worst trip on LSD, but I was young still. I was probably like 19 or 18 or 19, but we went to a rave, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I popped a tab of some acid with me and my couple friends. We popped a tab of acid. And we walked in, and man, I was feeling good and shit. But then that shit started hitting me, bro. And as we were walking into the rave, bro, they had like these clowns that were walking in the rave with fucking stilts. So man, they had these fucking clowns that were walking, about 4 of them on stilts, bro. So they were like hella, man, bro. They had them looking like the fucking killer clowns from outer space. You remember? Have you guys ever seen that like 80s or early 90s movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
That's great.
But so they had Killer Clowns from Outer Space like on some stilts, and I walk in there as soon as this acid starts hitting me. That's the first thing I see, and they fucking scared the shit out of me, dude.
Right.
No, I literally I got back and I told my friend, "Get them the fuck away from me," and he was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Get those clowns away."
See, I don't know what you guys are talking about because I'm a good boy.
Oh yeah,
cute.
Mucker is saying, you guys remember the UFO video of the white light making the crop circle from the 1980s? You guys remember that video?
Which one?
Oh yeah, the one that flies over left to right.
Over, and then you see
it was fake.
Circle. That's a fake.
Yeah.
And then someone's saying they still think it's real or something.
Well, they can think it's real, but some people think the Earth is flat. So
No, so Cody Richards is saying, Mush, I remember that one. I still feel like that one's legit. See, I don't see how you could think that one's legit. The guy, his job was like, he was like a video production guy. You know, like he did like special effects and stuff for a video production company. And he even showed like the way he did it, and it, you know, worked out perfectly. Like even like the way it was filmed, like it wasn't, the guy was filming, he wasn't even following the lights. It's like he was waiting for the crop circle to appear. You know, like everything about it said it was fake. But it was funny how many people, when that came out, they went off. They're like, this is it, this is the real deal. And it was a fucking hoax. It was terrible.
Are there any crop circle things that you actually think are real?
Well, obviously the one on my neck, I believe, is a legitimate crop circle. But other than that, you know, as for a fact, I don't believe in crop circle phenomenon. But unfortunately for myself, this is the one I do consider a legitimate one. But I don't know what makes it legitimate. I don't know whether or not it's done by a weird phenomenon or if humans did it or what. I just found that this symbol is
okay. So since somebody asked that, I mean, so even like the crazy one with like the face with the little disc on there. I mean,
yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
So you think this was just some super talented like MIT kids doing this shit?
Like that's a crazy one, because I mean, like
I always thought that was one of those little rings. You know how like you put like a little music box,
yeah,
and then you spin it around and it goes ding ding ding, touching certain things. I was like, I wonder if you put that shit and
in a
put
music
little rings around it and then just like looped it. I wonder it would say like, "We're gonna kill you."
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, well, they did.
But I was serious. No, like I wonder if it was
like using
like
binary,
a little. Yeah, right.
Put it in the binary code to decode
but
it.
That was, man, me as an artist myself, dude. In the middle of the night, I don't even MIT. Oh, I guess you could break it down and be able to fucking do it by angles, but to be able to get the shades on it, I was like, God, that's so fucking hard, bro.
Right,
that's fucking hard. What else? One? Okay, the other fucking super famous one. The one with the DNA.
The message.
Where we sent one and we got it back.
They got the answer or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that one?
Because they took what we sent out there, ours, and then they answered back. You know, the exact, like, you know.
Except there was the DNA was different, and then instead of the little human, it had like a little alien head.
It showed a little alien head, right? You know, and right. Because on ours, which showed our satellite system, and on theirs, it had some weird shape, like they had some weird looking alien satellite thing up there, dude. Like it was really.
I mean, so you think those are just fugazi, or I
think some clever fucking kids came up with it and made it.
I always thought, that one to me, just because of the little alien head, I was like, is that the way that like man, they went through so much shit to get this shit intricate, right? And that little alien head, which is never ever jiving with me.
When they did that, they did the alien face with that disc next to it. It's like you realize like that had to be done. They had to do that with computers to figure out.
Man, the shading, digital. Which is, it almost is like you have to buzz shit off the top of the bushes so it looks like that good.
It looks like a digital printout. And then they had to do it for because I mean, it looks shaded and shit.
Man, but that's crazy, dude. Honestly, but that's the pictures we saw. But I was like, God, because I know how hard it is to do shit like that, bro. Just even drawing, I was like, they did that shit in the field at night. Man, I'm quitting art. Fuck this shit.
Right?
Fuck all this shit. If they could do that shit at night, man, I hate life.
Yeah, Cody wants a subject change. Do you all think about the classic Patson Bigfoot video? What do you think about that?
Oh man, that's touchy.
Say fake, you know, I gotta say,
man. Fake. I mean,
those guys just went out there to look for Bigfoot and just happened to find him. Like, come on, you know. Like,
man. The only thing is, this is okay, and nobody get offended by this shit, but. How did they just come up with the Bigfoot titties? You know what I mean? I was just like, either because I was like the last thing I was like, so they're out there like, okay, we got to make this suit and everything, and then make it right, and just like, you know what? Just so we make it a little bit more believable, let's throw some titties on it.
Well, I mean, because it kind of looks like that in the video.
Because goddamn it, we got the thigh
necessarily mean
motions,
titties were
we
on
got
there.
everything. Let's throw some titties on it. I don't know.
I just don't see it. I don't know.
They're
Do you think
geniuses that did
it's
that
real?
shit, man. But as a kid, when I first saw it, I thought it was, some of the most conclusive shit. You see it, you see the muscles moving and all that. You're like, oh man, well, that's even like newer shit. But I think I remember seeing that to myself, like try to decipher it, like looking at it over hundreds of times and just being like, I want to see something that just tingles my mind that tells me, no, this might be real. And I remember seeing the muscle motions, but I remember seeing the titties, and nobody get offended by that. But it's just because I was like, who the fuck would add this to the costume after doing all this shit and say, you know what, man, let's just make this shit more realistic. Man, was it like 100% believable to me when I was younger? Yes. Now do I question it? Yes, dude. Yes.
Hugh, what do you think?
Well, when it comes to Bigfoot, I kind of want to believe that there is a Bigfoot.
That specific video, the Patterson footage.
It's an awkward one because I'd like to know more about it. I'd like to be better at being able to analyze the video better, because when you see documentaries about it, they say about the stride of the creature, and they reckon it's an 8-foot stride. Now, if it's 8 foot, that ain't a human. But the problem is, with all these documentaries you see, you can't believe a fucking word out of their mouth because they're all lying bullshitters. I would tend to say no. It's not real. But it's one of them I do want to believe, and I do think that there's a very high possibility that one day we will discover that there is something out there that we're calling Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, or whatever.
Also, don't forget, you guys, that Patterson footage is copyrighted, and they in fact did make a lot of money off of it as soon as they got that footage and they put it out.
Oh, I mean, it was some of the best shit ever.
The TV studios or whatever, everyone that put it out, they all had to pay them. They didn't they didn't put that footage out for free. They sold
it was the biggest thing until now. I mean, Kyle, you've seen like the Slavic dude, right? The dude from the Slavic thing that says that he actually goes out and fucking to the wilderness.
Yeah, that guy, he's so fucking insane, dude.
Is he, man? So, man, you see the pictures, and he's still posting shit to this day. What do you think of those? Because he's got literally like Bigfoot like this, like me and you right here.
I've seen that footage, and I'm like, it's really interesting footage. But when I listen to the guy talk, and he's like, oh, so I know this Bigfoot's name, and this one is fucking Louise and shit. Like, he does that. Like, he's sitting there saying he knows their names. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean you know their names? You're saying you named them? Like, what the fuck? Like, he's like acting like they have actual names. Without him, they just came with the name. Like, what the fuck? Like, so the shit he says really makes him sound crazy. So
he's the thing that lately that I see popping off when it comes to that, like, because I know that he says, well, you know what, I gotta go myself. Like, you can't go in there with anything in the air. You can't go in there with anything like on ground, as far as like vehicles or craft, So he says you literally have to go walk in there in the bush into the forest for like 3 or 4 days and like be on the ground, but he will show you where these creatures are. And he's got those pictures. So, man, let me ask you this. See, this is like, because this is the tippity top of what's going on, and then you think they're Muppets?
Like, I think they might. I think like they have to be fake, right?
Bro, I mean, it's like right there. Honestly, it is. It's like one or the other, bro. Like, this guy it's like not even a maybe. Maybe he's trying. No, it's like it's one of the two. Either this guy is actually going deep in the motherfucking forest and filming some shit that we've been talking about for years, or man, he is lying through his teeth. Or he's lying through his teeth.
Yeah. I think what are the odds?
One of the two.
I think more likely, if I was going to have to put money on it, I would have to put money on it being fake. If that's
it's like being at the roulette, red or black. It's one or the other, dude. Like
one or
he's
the
either
other, dude,
he's either being straight or he is lying through his teeth. I don't know, man.
Just to answer somebody in chat, yes, Lee Greer, we can see all your comments, mate.
Mm-hmm. Now Cody
That's
is
just
saying,
being
I find it
that's
compelling
being
that
honest.
so
I mean, I've
many
always been compelled
that so
by
many
the Bigfoot phenomena.
indigenous tribes have stories about big hairy fucker in the woods. That's true. That is, it is a common story all over the world that people talk about Bigfoot. But however, you guys, like, I think like take like the Epic of Gilgamesh. Okay, this is like the very first story ever recorded. It's an ancient Sumerian story about King Gilgamesh and his brother Enkidu. His brother was in fact a hairy wild man who wasn't civilized like people. In fact, it took him having sex with a woman and then shaving all his hair off to make him civilized. That I believe that they were trying to describe was another species of Homo sapien, like Australopithecus or Cro-Magnon man or Neanderthal, or all these other or Denisovians, whatever, all the other different subspecies of humans that that existed at the same time as us. It's like, they existed along with us. We just ended up killing them all off. But there were other intelligent ape, bipedal ape-like creatures like us that existed that were really close to humans but weren't quite human. And I think that's what Enkidu was in the story of Gilgamesh. And they were describing how there was a time when there were wild men that lived out in the fucking wild, that lived like animals, but they could be like humans. You could teach them to be a human. And I think you might have, you can extrapolate Bigfoot stories from stuff like that, like that's why there might be accounts of like these wild hairy men all over the world, because there's just maybe there are accounts of, other Homo sapien type creatures that live alongside of us, back in the day. What did we lose, Alex?
Yeah, we seem to have for a moment.
I'm sure I'll be back.
His phone's probably ran out.
There's some cartel. I saw a movie of some cartel guys getting killed and and the people blame it on Bigfoot. That's fucked up. It's just a hairy Frenchman running around naked in the woods, high on mushrooms, guys. If they're real, I bet they're interdimensional and don't live exclusively on this plane. I don't see that. I see if they're real, they're probably some kind of an animal, so probably naturally here on Earth makes more sense than them being interdimensional Bigfoots.
Kyle, we have somebody in the chat there, Lee Gear, and he's saying that he wants to speak to somebody about something.
Who, Gyro?
No, Lee Gear.
Yeah, that's Gyro.
Oh, was that Gyro, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Has he changed his account? I didn't realise that was Gyro.
Yeah, Gyro's his sock account.
Right, Gyro, just get back on Hangouts.
Hang on. Q, can you host for a second? I gotta go grab something to drink, okay?
Okie doke.
All right, just give me 1 second.
Right, so going back to the Bigfoot thing, who in chat believes in Bigfoot or thinks there is a possibility? Come on, let's get a couple of opinions. I mean, personally, I think there is a possibility that one day we will discover what it possibly is. Whether it just be a slightly different species of frigging gorilla or something. And somebody earlier on as well, I can't think who it was, said about a grizzly can be roughly 10 foot when it stands. And yes, it can. And I think a lot of the videos that are seen, yeah, Fuzzy, including Yeti. Yeah, I think a lot of people have mistaken bears for Bigfoot. I think that's actually a very common one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't think some of them people are faking it. I think for some of them people, it's just a misidentification.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, what up, Dinkum? How you doing, buddy? Cody saying he's skeptical about most shit. Yeah, I think we all try to be. At least we should be. I know I am. I don't believe in shit.
It's good to be skeptical as long as you don't let your skepticism blind you.
Yeah, it's like you gotta have a balance of both worlds. You don't want to be a full straight up believer, and you don't want to be just a diehard skeptic. You have to have the best of both worlds.
See, that's where I am on the subject of UFOs. I've got that skepticism because I haven't had the luxury that some people have had of actually having a good encounter. I would fucking love to have a good encounter when it came to a UFO. But the only things I've encountered, they're not exciting. Not exciting things. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why I can't say anything for. That's why I can't say I believe in Bigfoot because I've never seen any evidence. I've never seen a Bigfoot or anything. I've never seen any good evidence of it. Same goes for Ghost, for Loch Ness Monster, all that stuff. There's never any evidence for it. I've never had any personal experience with it. So I put it all as it's all bullshit. UFOs are different. I've had personal experience for it and I've seen great fucking evidence for it. So I know for a fact it's true, but that's the only one. All the other things are just bullshit, dude. And it kind of sucks because they mix that into the world with all that other shit, dude. They try to mix UFOs in the world of Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot and ghosts and shit, which it shouldn't be. It should be, in a scientific realm. It should be studied in academia.
Yeah, I think one of the funniest ones for me is where people were coming out and saying, that aliens are coming to the planet and they're dropping off Bigfoots on the planet, or possibly the Bigfoots are driving the UFOs. I found that, come on, guys, we're taking a little bit of a leap here. First of all, we haven't really got amazing proof about UFOs yet. You can argue that fact, obviously, but we haven't got amazing proof of Bigfoot.
There is amazing proof of UFOs. There's plenty of it.
But there's a hell of a lot more than there is of Bigfoot.
Oh yeah,
I'll give you that. Definitely give you that.
Exactly.
But is Bigfoot flying UFOs?
I just like, but that's the thing. There's a lot of it that goes with UFOs, but for all the other stuff, there's basically no evidence for it that any of it that could be considered legitimate, and all the other stuff that is out there was always found to be a hoax. Like they'll have, like, I see these guys out there and they're like, oh, I found some hair from Bigfoot, and every single time they go and they analyze it, it's never Bigfoot hair. It's always like a fucking something normal, Hang on, here, let me put my email address. Oh, you know what? Did I put it up in my banners? Hang on here. I think I have it on my banner. Here we go. Yeah. So there it is. My email is up there for everyone who wants to know. Fuzzy Pup. It's right there. Boom.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my God.
But that's true though. Every time it's always something normal, right? Man, it's never like, you know what? This is fucking Bigfoot pubic hair. We got it. We got it.
It's never
call Channel 7. No, it's always like, you know what? It's fucking bear hair. Y'all quit fucking with us, man. Quit
every time.
Sasquatch does exist.
Sorry.
Yeah, every single time. That's what it is, dude.
Look,
it's never anything fucking like legitimate. It's always some fucking bullshit, dude. What's up, Wade? How you doing, buddy?
Is this Wade?
Yeah.
No way, that's Wade. No, I want none.
I Nick. Man,
hang up. I want the crazy Wade.
Man. That's not Wade. That's Bigfoot.
That's fucking Bigfoot, dude.
How the hell are you, Wade?
Good to see you, Wade. Good to see you.
Wade. Yes, I have. Not like with an alien, but I've had up close encounter with UFOs. like, oh, so close I could have touched it. So, that's probably the closest to, contact I've ever had.
I know, right? Man, Kyle, I wish I was right there, bro, for that shit. You feel me? God.
Right? That was the shit, man. It was fucking crazy, dude. What up, Gyro?
Gyro, too.
Yeah.
Is that Gyro? Oh, I'm hanging up.
Alex, did you see that drawing I had done of my experience?
No. Who did it?
You gotta see
this.
Check this out, man.
Let me see. Can you blow it up so and take everybody out? Let me see.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. Hang on one second.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was in here, fellas.
Fuck you, Gyro. How you doing? I love you. Now get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you.
I love you. Holy fuck! I got a new phone. Oh my god! Fucking smartphones. I'm stupid. That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, it's good to see you. Bye. What's up, Jerry? You fucker? How you doing, man?
Fucking phone, man.
It's good to see you, man.
I lost the picture I had.
I'm surprised.
It's good to see you, Jerry.
I'm surprised I even accomplished this. I'm fucking half stoned, half drunk.
What's new?
We'll just call you Cooper.
Same here. Hey, you better shut up. Hey, you better shut up. Don't you be spreading those rumors. Hey, Wade, you better not start spreading those rumors. Or I'm about to come and find you. I will tread through that snow and I will choke you out. And then I will fucking shake your hand afterwards, okay?
You'll never find me by my feet prints.
I know where you're at. Damn it. I will kick down your rock. No, I will not kick down your rocks. I will never do that, Wade. Never. I will never kick down your rocks. But I will go around your rocks and then I will choke you around your rocks, all right? I love you.
I miss you bad. I miss Cuba. I miss Proof. I miss all you guys, man. Now I see all you guys, man.
Right? For real.
Is that Wade? That's Wade. Yes. Fuck you, Wade, Bigfoot. What's up, brother?
It all started with a mohawk.
What's up, brother?
It all started with an aluminum foil mohawk.
How about it? It's been a long fucking time, man.
I would like to hear other things. I don't remember the picture you sent me of your star brother. I don't remember that. Where is that picture at?
And at the end of the day, I still hate Q. Q is still the most hated man on here.
Well, before the show goes to complete shit, right, Simon and Cody are both talking about 411.
At least I met Proof.
What do you think about that?
Man, Proof had me over his house. You didn't have me over your house, Q. I hate you.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Well, if you guys want to go off on 411, that's on you.
Right?
Gyro, man, me and Gyro almost went to fucking the Philippines. Y'all don't even know.
Yeah.
Y'all have no idea. Me and Gyro almost took off to the Philippines.
He started talking me down.
No, I didn't. I just said we're gonna get quarantined, so I don't want to go.
Hey, we can still go.
Star Wolf, send it to my email.
We can still go, Alex. Quarantine's over now.
I know, but no, it still looks shady. And no, man, bro, I'm kind of settling down. Man, I took my business to Mexico. Okay.
Oh, okay. Hey, I still got a girl that wants you down there.
I bet you do.
Isn't your girl like an exchange bride or something, like a mail order bride from Russia or some shit? Or
she might be, bro.
Where did he order her from? Like, was it
she might be, bro,
or something?
This is where he went wrong. He went to Philippines, motherfucker.
Where did you order your wife from, though?
Ukraine.
Oh man, Ukraine.
You can get free ones.
He knows.
You can get free ones from Ukraine right now. They all look for
them. Ask Gyro. As soon as he said we were getting quarantined, I said, "Bro, you tripping?"
Hey, it was going to be 14 days. 14 days, and we would have been in paradise, brother.
I ain't gonna get quarantined 14 days, so you can go meet a girl.
Yeah, we'd have been in paradise.
Hey, Cody, one thing I can tell you, if Bigfoot is real and aliens put them here, it must have been for the purpose of being the greatest hide-and-seek players ever.
So Gary or Cody is saying, we hear about gray aliens collecting DNA and shit. What if Bigfoot are seed race, earth keepers that are here to survive the apocalypse and restart the human race? Well, you know what?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I mean,
they would restart the Bigfoot race.
Ignore all this these crazy bastards. That was a good question. I mean, people are often like, because they compare like like say the Bigfoot phenomena to I mean, even the UFO phenomena or spiritual shit in the land. I mean, Native Americans have been talking about Bigfoot before all of this shit existed. Yeah. YouTube and the internet and all this shit. They were talking about a wild man in the fucking forest and that they respected him for fucking generations.
They taught me.
That to me is more kind of telling than a lot of these documentaries. Just like, damn, they've been talking about this shit for like a long ass time. So who knows?
Yeah.
I want to see one. I've never seen one. And I've never seen one.
I'd love to.
They all proof they got us.
I seen UFOs though.
I've never seen an alien either, though.
No, never seen an alien.
But I know people have, shit, or not even. I'm not talking about craft. I'm talking about just like the beings. Well, I've never seen a being.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen weird shit in the sky, but I've never seen like a being to tell you. This shit is 100%. This shit is 100%. I don't give a fuck what you say. No, because if I have, I would tell you. Kyle has seen some deeper shit than I have, but man, because then I'd be just like, I don't give a shit what you say. 100%. Straight up, like I don't give a shit what you say. It doesn't matter really. I mean, the phenomena is the phenomena is what it is to me, kind of.
Check this out. Here. I got my UFO video of the base on the mountain, man. Hang on, check this out.
Oh man,
check this out. Yeah, this is cool.
If I could back my phone up, I'd bring that video up to share with you. I think I posted it on your Google Hangouts, Kyle.
You better shut up right now, Gyro.
Heck you.
What video you talking about? The sun video?
The video I had on third phase of moon.
The sun video with the UFO under the sun.
Under the sun.
Yeah.
Boomerang. It was shaped like a boomerang.
I always told you that God, you know what?
And they try to tell me.
To this day, it is a weird video, Gyro. I'm not gonna take that away from you. It is a super weird video.
But I
always wish that we had like the footage just from the morning from the exact same spot.
Hey, I want to tell you, I might have think it is a dark cloud at some point, but they tried to tell me it was the mountains. But if you look at the video, you can see the mountains way down beyond her. The sun, the mountains ain't up by the sun.
Yeah. Well, our point always kind of was were there mountains? Yeah. And would there be sun for it to like maybe reflect off though? That's why we always kind of was asking for a daylight photo of it.
It was daylight. This was broad daylight.
Yeah, but we wanted a photo of it
no,
that
like,
was just normal from the same vantage point, but not from the UFO video, but from just a regular
just
video.
like how.
Yeah, because I had it. Yeah, I had
Exactly.
it in. Yeah, I should have backed out and did the foreground because I was in 8 times the zoom.
No, but like,
No,
just like a
you're not
picture the
listening
next
to
day,
him, dude.
like a picture the next day of just
No,
like
it
the whole
wasn't on
background
at night.
without nothing.
When I took the video, it was not at night.
God damn it, we know that, Alex. This fucking idiot. God damn it.
What are you saying?
We're saying that we need to get a picture of it for like the next day.
It's just same picture. It's yeah.
So we could overlay it and see exactly
without nothing there, like a normal how it normally is with nothing there.
It's on third phase of moon. You can see the whole video.
I know that. We need a picture of that same exact location.
There is no mountain.
Alex, I swear to God.
There is no mountain. Listen,
I love this guy.
Kyle, Alex,
I do.
Please listen to me.
We're listening.
There is no mountain that touches almost the sun. I'm sorry.
No, we know that. We understand that.
That's been established.
And it was a boomerang underneath the sun.
No,
but I think it might have been, hey, to my knowledge now, I think it might have been a cloud.
That way it could have been. You know, we were just talking about if you get a video of that same area at another day and time, we could overlay it with the videos and you could see what was happening there. You could see, like, you know, you could compare it and see, like, oh, the craft would have been here at this point or whatever. That's
okay. Yeah. Sorry.
You know.
Yeah, I understand. But yeah, it wasn't the fucking mountain. I think it might have been a dark cloud, maybe, or it was a craft. That's the only two things I had to look for, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I can't explain it. Yeah.
Yeah. I got this thing fucking packed.
I ain't a liar, you know. I'll tell you.
Saying you're a liar, Gyro.
No, I'm just saying. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I think it might have been a cloud.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't look like
dark cloud underneath the sun. But the fucked up thing is, there was no other clouds in the sky. That's the fucked up.
Is that what happened to Cooper? Your device, whatever, his fucking phone went out or something?
Check.
What's up, Will?
Check. Hey, Cuban's being quiet, man.
Fucking right he is.
Being quiet, man.
He's been playing too much DayZ.
No, I'm actually. I actually the stream seems to be lagging for me, but it's just an issue at my end.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You guys, Gyro started that yesterday, but we won't get into that.
That's Bigfoot.
Yeah. Hey, you guys have all seen Bigfoot.
What happened to all the comments?
That's the whole.
No, what happened?
I didn't even see them.
What happened? Hey, Drew. Hey, Kyle. What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Renee Cruz was timed out by you.
Yeah, I put her in timeout.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, but I can't yeah, she was talking shit about fucking Gyro's fucking personal life, which I'm like, yeah, you don't need to be bringing shit up like that.
Right, I didn't even see that.
What the hell was that about?
I don't know, dude.
Tell me. I want to know.
At first, I thought Renee had timed you out.
That's why Renee got Philippines. No, we don't want to talk about that.
I don't care.
We don't want to talk about that.
I'll talk about my personal life.
Yeah, we don't talk about my personal life either.
Hide.
This is my wife behind me. She's pretty.
She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, man.
I have nothing to hide, folks.
I know.
Hey, that one only cost me $120.
You're a dick.
That one only cost me $120, man. I'm a dick. It's bad. I don't mean to be that way.
Yeah, in my personal life, I'm drinking before I go to work.
Oh God, that's terrible, dude. What a bad idea.
Hey, what are you doing now, Proof?
I'm a garbage man.
No, you're a garbage man, but what's Proof doing now? He used to work at a gas station.
He's proofing.
Yeah, I'm
proven.
Yeah, no, just doing like yard maintenance, shit like that. Dude, just really like subcontract for people. You know.
Okay.
What's about my ass?
What's Cuban doing?
Yeah, fuck, I do.
Cuban used to be in I'm a roofer.
Renee, I'm coming after you.
He's a drinker. He's a drinker, but he's also he used to be into the food exchange. I mean, what's he doing now, Cuban?
What the fuck are you talking about, Wade? Don't make me kick your ass.
You were. You were working at a grocery store, weren't you, at one time?
Yeah. Oh, well, he worked at a grocery store, and then we got Alex. He's back. Alex is back, and Alex used to run. He runs restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Oh, used to. Retired.
Alex fucking owned half of fucking California, probably.
Not that. I wish I did. You know what? I'm not gonna say I don't. Since y'all believe that shit. Yeah, I do. Maybe I do.
There you go.
No, but
I know you better than that.
I'm okay.
Man, I can't believe that everybody's on here. Dude.
I know you better than that.
I'm okay.
All you guys, man.
You know?
I'm not Chris Mellon, but I'm right behind his ass. No. You better believe that.
I've been, you guys, I've been on here for 3.5 hours, so I think I'm gonna have to call this one. But I want to thank all you guys for coming in and joining me. And dude, we got to do this again, man. This was great.
Renee, I'm coming after your ass.
Well, you know, me and Q are gonna get together and just talk shit about you right now. No, I'm just fucking with you. No, but you're welcome. You know our hangouts. We're gonna be there. I mean, you got our fucking links on there, so shit.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good seeing
you send him the link in case he wants to come in there. But no, man, we need to talk. I'm telling you, I'm gonna look at your check your email in the next day or two, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
Okay,
shit, bro, and that'll be like a little personal trip, bro. Me coming to see you and just saying what's up, shake hands, and then maybe we'll. And everything else is up to you, bro. Like, you feel me? Everything else is up to you.
Yeah,
me. I just want to go for a little ride. I just want to take a little ride.
Right?
All right. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming and joining me for tonight's podcast. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun with everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends, buy my merchandise, donate money, all that good stuff. I will see you guys next time. All right.
Hit that button. Hit that button.
All right. Later, you guys.
Love you guys.